Hey, hello everybody. Hello, 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 hello. How's everyone doing? It's lovely to be here. Hope everyone is doing fantastic. We're going to continue on. We're going to attempt to start a campaign in which we have to play as Throt, and that means I'm only allowed to leverage and utilize Skaven Slave specific units, which means that is the likes of the Slingers, the melee infantry, the 2 melee infantry, the spear variant, and the other variant. What I'm thinking I'm going to have to probably do here is just imbue the absolute buggery out of them and make them unbelievably unhinged with all of the things that I'm going to inject into them. So that's basically the rules. In regards to how many people I'm allowed to use, I'm allowed 1 hero per army, or 1 variant of the hero per army, but we will see. Does that mean suspending your non-slave units at the start, Scrappy? It does, yes. It does indeed, matey. I'm not allowed to use any of the non-Skaven Slave units at the very beginning of the campaign. And Demon, good to see you as well, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing wonderful. So yeah, that's the rule set. Like I said, only allowed to use Skaven Slaves units, and we can have a hero per army in regards to the variants of them. This is going to be on Legendary and very hard, so it's the hardest difficulty. One of the biggest factors that's going to be difficult is obviously the fact that we're going to have a lot of weak leadership. And Demon, thanks for the prime, buddy. I appreciate you. We're going to have near enough terrible leadership. So we're going to have to figure out as to how to do that. And 2 years, man. Demon, appreciate you subbing for 2 years. It is crazy how time flies, my friend. It's crazy how time flies. So let's see how this is. I actually don't remember how bad Throt's army is to begin with. That's savage. We only have 1 Skaven Slave unit. Can I win the first fight? Let me first do this. I'm going to have to get rid. I'm going to have to get rid of everything that's not a Skaven Slave. Get you in here. And then what I'm going to have to do, is this will be brutal otherwise. What I might have to do is attack and then try and get the ambush. Which is a possibility. What can we give this guy right now? Armor. I think Frenzy is not too bad, but the leadership is already so garbage as is. Rip Joe the Ogre? Yeah. This is the Ogre that helps so much. We're going to want to go towards... Not this. I mean, Trollspleen could be useful. I'm just trying to remember what's really good. Is there any way we can make them boom boom? Is there any way we can make them boom boom? We can definitely get them a lot stronger, at least. We can definitely improve them. Possibly even... I don't think Stalk I'm not bothered about. But I am going to have to do it to get towards the melee attack, which I'm going to have to do. We did, unfortunately, get some instability already. Screw it, why not add on to it? Unit rank 5? Do you know what? Screw it. Let's just juice this guy up as much as we can. We got 1 instability, which is honestly pretty good. Is there Unbreakable? That's a good question. Is there Unbreakable? Because that would be huge if so. But I don't believe so. I'm gonna remember, this is healing as well. I don't believe we'll have access to that, but getting replenishment rate is always going to be useful. Potentially even going towards regeneration per vigor is going to be the way to do it. Do you have any anti-large bonuses dwarves against humans? Or do you get more damage the bigger the target is? So as specific, are you talking about playing as dwarves in that scenario? The only thing you really have that's anti-large is just fighting things with gunpowder units that shoots large entities. Let's go and attack. Hopefully we get the ambush. Okay, we didn't get the ambush. I actually think we might have to just keep doing this until we ambush. As our we have such little troops already. What's the percentage chance? Because I don't think I can win the first fight. Let's see if we ambush again. We didn't. Jeez, this is going to be brutal. We do have a couple of things in here. We got the beast pack and things like that, so we're going to have access to some solid things. I'm going to have to take as many summons as I can. It's going to delay us getting to the point where we're going to get a lot more strength, as obviously we're going to need to try and get as many Skaven Slaves as possible in the army. But yeah, Heron, there's nothing really anti-large apart from the bolt throwers, but I don't think they're very good. You're better off just using the normal conventional cannons. Although you're not going to have the anti-large per se bonuses, you'll still do a lot of damage with them. Alongside the organ gunners and things. They don't have the... I mean, you got your slayers as well, but that's... you know... They are melee. Okay, so... Let me think about this one. So... Honestly, it's one of the most brutal thing is just the sheer range capabilities that they have. So what I'm thinking, since you guys actually have store, what's your stat line? Stat line's actually not terrible. Hey, Dizzy, good to see you, buddy. Yeah, the stat line in the Skaven Slave is not terrible. Oh, they take damage because of the instability. I gotta send them in. Damn it. That is a little frustrating. Regeneration would counteract the instability at least. Yeah, wow, they really quickly. So they do it until they get below 75%. Okay. I think fighting around alongside the trees might be a good idea here. I don't believe they'll attack us, but we might just be able to sneak in here. Giant Slayers and Trollhammer, single anti-large. That's a very good point. Yeah, forgot about that. Oh my god, we're getting shot here. Let's cut here. Yeah, the Trollhammers are incredibly good as well. The Trollhammer Pedos. What are they called again? They're over here. Yeah, Trollhammer Torpedoes. Really solid. Very short range, though. Very short range. It's one of the main disadvantages of the likes of dwarves is the majority of their anti-large is very, very short range. They're not shielded. They're not spimmin, these guys are. Summon that one behind. Honestly, I don't think I needed to do all of the 5 summons here. Wait, is it still cancelled? Oh, it got cancelled, that's fine. Get the Rat Ogres out. Let's get them charging to the Corsairs here. You got stuck in a prolonged battle, Corsairs, did you? Was it like hard locked or could you not do anything about it? Send you boys back in. But Mathis, appreciate you, bud. Let's summon over this side. So I think there are certain weird bugs that you can't progress in the prologue. I'm not sure if they've addressed them or not. Let's try and back that. Let's just try and get people in combat here. Oh, just about the game. Hey, ghouls. We ain't like that here. That is true. I'm new. Okay, so what's the difficulty you're having with it? And Kelly, we're good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. What's the main factor that you're struggling with? Like, what would you define is the thing that's making it hard to win? Yeah, we didn't need as many summons as this. We really didn't need as many summons. But yeah, having to remove and delete most of my units is brutal. Having to delete most of my units here was savage. So the armored great weapons, I'm not going to be able to do particularly too much to them. So let's try and get the snow leopard out. Clamorous on the side are crumbling, but another coming up. Not knowing which troops to send and where. Chris, if you have a screenshot of your army composition and what you're fighting, I can I'll bring it up on screen and help you out. If you can post it in the Discord, I usually just bring up on the Discord on stream as to what the battle is you're facing and trying to give my own advice there. If that'd help you. So normally I can break it down pretty easily. Send you back in. Hey, Scott Cloud, good to see you, handsome. Troops activate shows the exclamation point above them. Experience match. Matchup. Oh, that's a really good tip, Scott Cloud. Good shout, buddy. Good shout. It's a really good tip. Alright, we definitely need my my hero here to start getting some levels so we can have some more summons. Yeah, if you chuck it into Total War Warhammer, I will do everything I can to help you, buddy. Yeah, it's unfortunate that we have such low armor. I know we have we'll have access into getting better mounts soon, but it's all about getting as many levels as we can in the early stages of the game. Throt heals quite a lot. Dude, she's kicking Throt's butt because Throt doesn't have a lot of defense or armor at all. Yeah, maybe the summons were the right thing to do. I think we're using just the amount of summons here, in truth. Okay, good hits coming through that. That's really good. I think, honestly, summoning here and then charging them in. I think once we kill the general, I'm going to be very happy. Well, that's the general routing because of Unbreakable. It's a case of passive. Charge these guys in here. As long as we're winning... Unfortunately, we're losing with you. Okay, that's... Hopefully we're recovering. We are. Good. Really just want to kill the general here. Although I believe with that Unbreakable, she'll probably want to retreat now. She's way too low HP to continue the fight. And nice, we're getting routes. It's good. Just need to get one more hit in there. And we've got another summon to shut down this line here. The armor Corsair with great weapons are not shielded, so here's where slings would help. I think that might be armor loss bonus. Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Unfortunately, with me retreating, it means I can't attack the first settlement. It means the first settlement cannot be attacked. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's also going to give us time to replenish with Throt, which we will 100% take full advantage of, because I'm going to have to. So I'm just going to fast forward this one now, guys, and just let Throt heal up. So one of the benefits of having regeneration heroes and lords is exactly what we're doing here. In the in battles, if they don't have like unholy regeneration, or I think that's what it's called for the trolls for Throg. Some certain regeneration stops after the battle finishes, but default regeneration will always continue on. So yeah, my Skaven Slaves routed from the battlefield, but most of them survived, thankfully. I think Katerin's going to become a bit of a problem, but probably the smartest thing we can do is just getting an army getting a secondary army of Skaven Slaves up as soon as possible. God, Throt is mowing these poor buggers down, isn't he? What I can probably do, since I'm going to be faster than this guy, I would imagine, is try and cut him off from running away. I'll just slow him down at the very least, just so Throt can heal up. It's silly what I'm doing, but I mean, it's one of those scenarios where if you're in a do-or-die situation, you know, this is some things that you can do to maximize the yield of the battle, right? So that's full HP. Let's go. But yeah, Hedda Gnos, I hope that helped. By means, if you want more elaboration. But yeah, it's the bolt throwers, which I wouldn't recommend. The Trollhammer torpedoes. And Giant Slayers and Slayers. Your anti-large. But like I mentioned, if they are large entities like cavalry, Slayers would be your best bet there, alongside the Trollhammers. Or the torpedoes. We've got replenishment here, or we got food. We will always want to activate this as soon as possible, because it gives us good Skaven Slaves. Unit experience doesn't necessarily matter just yet. Annoyingly, dude, it only is giving me replenishment for my units. Playing Molder right now, kept one Skaven Slaves for luck for the start, and gave maybe banner and limitations. 160 models with good charge is really good. Yeah, ergo, that's what I'm hoping to get towards. That is what I'm hoping I'm going to be able to get towards. As my unit's going to be pretty trash to begin with, but eventually I'll get them to the point where they're going to be pretty decent. What I'm going to attempt to do... Ooh, maybe a route match might give me enough movement to attack this. Oh, we already can. Big. Okay, so retreating once is fine. So that's actually a good potential min-maxi-esque thing you could do, is noting that you can try and attack and then retreat to begin with. And yeah, 100%. Having Throt 100 full HP again in this battle is going to help a lot. We consumed a lot of food to get here, but that's okay. I mean, help it. Logically, the thing that would make the most sense is just to get myself to the point where I'm going to have enough resources to get this tier 5 or tier 4, as that's probably going to put me in a good standing as well. Hey, Disaster Lord, good to see you, buddy. So, the two people in which I would want necessarily to recruit are either a Gracier Plague, because they can summon Skaven Slaves. Excuse me, Clan Rats, which will be better than my own units. Plus has incredible magic. Plague for a long time was the highest damaging spell in the game. From a Vortex point of view. Oh, we really low rolled loyalty, that's not good. On anything higher than normal, Matty? Oh, that's fine. And you say it's Gummergo? Ah. Honestly, it's one of those things where I'd play the game however you wish. Whatever's the most fun for you, dude. We might want a little Clover Recruit as well. Is the stat line of the Slingers similar? 6 and 7. Yeah, no, it's not similar at all. Okay. Let's jump in. Menace from below. Okay. Unfortunately, my hero is a little bit weakened here, but I think they don't necessarily have enough threats to kill Throt. He can heal 75% of his health, so he'll get about a 10k HP pool. Oh, it is Acid. Thanks for the year, buddy.
Much better.
Much love to you, my man. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for the year. Kind of had to even put 3 to 4 mutations without saves coming. Yeah, it's just going to be pure RNG what happens for me, honestly. It's going to be a little bit of RNG if I'm going to get good units or not. So it's going to be a bit of an experiment. A little bit of experimenting with our units is probably going to be needed. So I'll probably have, like... I'll probably have to consume quite a lot to get to the point where my army is at a reasonable stance. Right, let me just then Throt in and just see what he can do here. I would suspect, since he himself, he's wearing the armor as well, it reduces melee attack in the area. Makes him a bit more durable. Maybe instability is possible, but only after protections. Yeah, it would be nice. I think the way that they've handled the instability is relatively decent, though, in fairness. Been a while since I played. How's the game these days? Oh man, I'm loving it. I'm still loving it. You know me. I think they're doing a fantastic job with the game in general. Obviously, there's a few things they need to make right regarding the content for Shadows of Change, but very much looking forward to playing that when it comes out. And they've put more stuff in there. What have you been playing instead of Disaster? Oh, what I've picked up recently is a game called The Finals, or Finals. And had a lot of fun with that. Playing with some mates. Yeah, you'd assume Mulder would, like, Throt specifically, was somebody that fathered the idea of broodmothers pumping them with warpstone and mutations in general. Like, he is someone that is exceptionally potent at all things mutations. Found out recently all the voice actors are AI. Really? Maybe it's because they just don't have the budget. Maybe it's not a malicious thing. Maybe it's generally just don't have the budget. Right, the only problem I have is if I summon something now, I would imagine it's going to get shot in a crossfire. Because the beast pack will die very quickly. Hey, Frederick. Is Throt the tankiest Skaven Lord? That is honestly a fantastic question. From a stat line perspective, no, he's one of the squishiest, but he can heal a significant amount. So I would argue, yes, he's probably the tankiest, if you can give him the opportunity to heal. Like, if Throt is, let's say, fighting against somebody that is a very, very strong lord, you are going to struggle significantly, because Throt is squishy. He has low armor, he is someone that is not very durable, but if you put him up against infantry, if you put him up against situations where he has the opportunity to drain tank, oh, he's so good. He is so good. Very, very strong. Gorich has corn lines. This is 1-3. I would imagine so. When was the last time I played an Ikit campaign? Oh, quite a while, honestly. I think the last Ikit Claw campaign that I played, I did I think it was a 500% turn 2 Ultimate Crisis. And it was honestly pretty easy. I'm not even kidding. Because I modded it to make it so it was a 500% Ultimate Crisis. And just since Skaven OP, it was fine. I got a tier 4 turn 4. And just killed everything around my area. Because since Skaven Blight has very unfavorable terrain for a lot of factions without underway, it's very easy to just keep ambushing everything coming near you. Right, now I'm going to do this. And then send you guys over. And then what I'm thinking, if they stack up a little bit more, like so, summon you guys here as well. And then get you in here, using your collision damage, and then summon here as well. And Ronan, happy Monday to you, buddy, as well. Yeah, that's Amilos bonus, I believe. And look, we've hit our heal cap already, but he's very, very, very good at killing things. But it's honestly a very good question, Frederick. I think you could argue that he is one of the tankier ones. Because, I mean, Ikit Claw struggles quite a lot. Just due to the nature of the mounts that you want him to be on. His role within a composition isn't necessarily to fight things. It's more so to be a significant nuisance with magic. You know, Queek is obviously an exceptionally good duelist. But he has no way of healing himself through his kit. So, you know, you could argue that Throt's probably the strongest there, but you can get him a lot of good stuff in armor and things. And then ward save helps a ton, you know, once you start getting some really good stuff there. Tier 3. Yeah, Tier 3, we're going to want to try and get towards Tier 5, so we need the settlements. We'll need to get more settlements for that. And he has Scarred Veteran, so we want to make sure his health is as high as possible. The Brood Horror is huge as well, because it gives him a ton. All dwarves have regen, with an item, though. With items, and it takes a long-ass time, depending on who you're playing. So I'm going to make him specifically stronger, because I don't have access into better units just yet. Man, when I'm playing dwarves, it takes me forever to get pottery. Oathgold is not hard to do. It's just the pottery that's the problem. That damn pottery? Yeah, man. I mean, everyone tries to focus on the pottery because it's just too good not to. I'm not going to go growth because I don't think it's worth it. I'm going to go into... wait, there's one that gives me additional recruitment capacity. Is it this one? Which one's the one that increases my recruitment capacity? I haven't played Skaven in a long time. Am I dumb? Have they removed it? Well, you can't... I swear one of the buildings gives you additional recruitment capacity. Am I just blind? I swear it was this one. It used to be this one, I swear. Oh, thanks so much. Where is it? Okay. Thank you. Alright. Am I blind, guys? Wow. I didn't have opportunity to eat before I started stream. Ah, you're right. Yeah, it's the main building. It is the main building indeed. How's the puppet? She's doing very well, thank you. She went to doggy daycare today and had a lot of fun with her friends. Ooh, I'm going to go into Ferocious Plans first because I want more recruitment. What's first? That's Devious Plans. That's Ruthless. That's Ferocious. Okay, we'll go into her then first. Yeah, she loves it. She absolutely loves doggy daycare because she gets the opportunity to run around like a nutter with other dogs. I think money-wise, I think we're just probably going to something that gives us money. Growth is not going to be an issue at all. Upgrading probably doesn't make any sense because what I'll do is attack everything around here, trying to farm food where possible. Try and get food where possible. Also, let me show you guys. My lovely girlfriend has cooked up this bad boy. Chicken, like basically a Sunday dinner. Basically a Sunday dinner. So I'm going to take my camera off and have a little munch on this bad boy while I am continuing on. But how's everyone doing today, by the way? Hope all of you wholesome hunks are doing well. Turn 1, this is not too bad so far. I think basically we've not delayed our advancements because of the army composition we have. Like we said, we can't recruit anything that's not a Skaven Slave. We're going to need to get Help Hit upgraded as soon as possible, otherwise we're going to be really struggling. So we'll see. Is 4 provinces? Yeah. I think if we can get this entirety of the province here, it's just a shame that we're going to have to fight with Great Orthodoxy. What I need to do is exploration planning, because then we can get the food here. So we'll do that one first. Oh wait, have they changed it? No, they haven't. That's exploitative and expansionist. What's it? Expansionist, yeah, they haven't changed it. Expansionist. So we'll do that expansionist, because it'll give us the quickest access into food, because we'll swap over to this as well. Also, keep in mind, the more Skaven corruption you have, that you don't generate food. You won't generate food with higher Skaven corruptions. You've got to be careful. So the lower your corruption is, the better usually. Which is why you don't want to spam a ton of corruption early in. They've nerfed it quite a lot, have they? Yeah, I think they went around nerfing a ton of ports and buildings and income. Because, I mean, at one point, most factions, like the elves, had an insane start. Purely because of the fact that they had access into a lot more resources and income. And it's correct, like you say that. Allying with Karl Franz, I cannot remember the time... Ooh, I actually do need loyalty, because this guy's going to rout otherwise. I generally can't remember the time when Karl Franz has built pottery. Unless he's just an absolute troll. Ooh, do you know what I might do here? I might swap this guy out for a warlock engineer. Because it'll make the siege so easy. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to. It's going to make the sieges significantly easier. I mean, psychology is not too bad. Oh, sneaky is huge. Wait, sneaky is an insane trait. So now this will mean we've got Warp Lightning. Throt already has a good amount of reserves. Can't have people eating British food on camera. I mean, the best thing about British food is pub grub. That's what I'm eating right now. I don't think we need to go more food. I think we should be okay. It is so much harder to kill the AI with this spell, but we'll see. I guess it depends if we try and get raiding stacks and stuff like that. I mean, I had a thought. I thought about this today, and I was like, "What's a really dumb campaign I haven't done in a while?" And I was like, "Do you know what? We'll give another Skaven Slave run a go." As genuinely, Skaven Slave runs usually are pretty funny as well. As you got to be pretty stupid to do them. Especially on Legendary, my goodness. Especially on Legendary, it gets way worse. Right, okay, let's have a look here. I guess we don't necessarily need to be too far up. I don't believe they'll be able to hit us from here. Yeah, we're fine. So we just need to wait for our mage to come in and we can start attacking with Throt as well. Steak and ale pie. Ooh, love that. Yeah, steak and ale pie, you can never go wrong. Like similar to Canadian food as well. Canadian food's kind of like gastro pub food as well. Right, let's move up together. What I'm probably going to do is get Throt on the wall. And then use this mage to do damage. And that's probably the smartest approach here. Let me just try and avoid damage too. I shouldn't be taking damage for free. It's unfortunate we don't have perfect vigor. I think honestly going on the walls is probably better because it'll reduce our hitbox for them to shoot me as well. Let me just check that you're not in range as well. No, a little bit. Because Throt is going to have obviously very limited HP pool here. So we want to be conscious of the fact that... But in fairness, they just let me in. If they shoot me down here and they can get a good eye, good visibility... Ooh, that is a lot of damage. Honestly, we might as well open the door up. They're no longer on the walls. A little bit less value there. Let me just check where they are. Let's move over to this side. We don't have any summons on you just yet. And we do need to take the gatehouse. I believe taking the putting ladders up allows you to summon as well. Because right now, as you can see, I can't because it says it's invalid ground. Once the gate gets destroyed, I can then put it down. Right, 8k HP. We can probably start walking over. That one's not activated. That one is. So going in this direction will probably be the least amount of pressure we can take from the tower. God, it really does take a long time to get through, my god. What do you guys think of the siege changes? Are we happy with the siege changes? I feel like as the attacking out, it just delays the inevitable. Is what I'm getting the feeling of sometimes. It's like, yes, I'm going to beat them, but it's going to take a little bit longer now because of the fact that everything's so much higher health. Alright, sneak up. Alright, nice. Got people up that we need. Don't believe they can hit us. Yeah, Compachi, I would agree with you, buddy. I think it's a good way of saying it. Step in the right direction for sure. Our Throt only does 200 damage. I suppose it's half damage, isn't it? Our damage is halved into structures. I'm intrigued to see if we can kill his general quite easily. Can't see because of the thing. Where is he? I don't think we need to worry too much about the dervishes. We'll see. Like we said, we brought Warp Lightning in here. We should be able to get, looks like 10 casts off, so I'm very happy with that. We have summons as well, but I don't think there's much use of summons just yet. So I just have to kind of rely on Throt to be winning this fight. I can't really see because of the banner. What's his health? Okay, so we've truckled him a little bit, which is good. Okay, so they're sending inventory in now. This is what we're waiting for. We just need to make sure that they were stacking up appropriately. And with them stacking up enough, it'll allow us to then do more damage with our Warp Lightning. Only unfortunate thing is the dervishes will do a lot of damage to Throt, probably. Because of his lack of armor. Okay, we're getting there. We're certainly getting there. I really don't want to cast onto this. I think it's such a waste. I really do think it's a waste. But I think if we do one here, they're going to run away. And it should allow us to get more hits into the general, at least. Yeah, there you go. It sort of changed their behavior a little bit. Gives us a little bit more flexibility into hitting their general. Stat-wise, we should obviously... I think we should beat him. Unfortunately, he's not mounted, but if it was, it'd be a lot easier. Because I'm mounted large. Like, Thor is very, very, very good at killing large entities. Like, he's insane like that. It's crazy how quickly they run away as well. The legit ran almost instantaneous from our cast. Doesn't bode well for us. We've done enough damage to bring him to the point of he'll be close to routing. We might have to cast again, but I'm hesitant. There's a lot of stuff left. Look at that mosh pit. What do you mean? Look at the mosh pit. This has nothing to do with what I am intentionally sending one unit in. So what else are they supposed to be doing? Let me pull out a little bit here. Oh, not you. You stop with it. I'm worried that we're taking far too much damage doing this. Because I have nothing else that can really help him in fighting. Screw it, I'll send you in. So I think the beast pack is going to be needed for the armored targets. There we go. We don't have a lot of charge bonuses, which is unfortunate. They're going to struggle to shoot us. I don't think they're going to be really wanting to. Which is the reason why we need to stick inside of entities like this. Basically, Kiv's main advantage is just purely because of the fact that they can shoot the absolute snot out of you. But if you're playing towards allowing our units to make them stack, it's going to help a lot. Right here, here's a pretty good cast. They should probably struggle to avoid that. Yeah, beautiful damage. That's exactly what we're looking for. I'm going to try and chase this general down. We still have somebody on the tower here. It is pretty inaccurate. Is he dead? Yeah, nice. Okay, good. Okay, so that's a big dub. That's a good change. We're bringing my other hero here. The tower's still activated because obviously they've got units on the left side of it. Well, I guess they're right. And what do we have left? Hey, something. Good to see you, bud. We've got Corsairs left, Spears, Corsairs. I think that's Armor Corsairs, and Normal Corsairs. So we've got a lot of armor targets here. Are you normal? Are you Armor Corsairs? You are. So let's be a little bit hesitant of the damage. So let's just go around it. Get you beating him up as well. And I guess let's start moving the boys in. Let's get the boys in to start sponging some damage. You'd love to see it. We basically just need to set up the battle to be as favourable as possible for us. And by using my synchronicities, I can kind of like manipulate that in a way. Here we go. I don't want to cast again. But we can try and sneak in here again. I'm interested, how many people in the chat are thinking about buying Shadows of Change now with the changes? Or do you already have it? I am going to be curious to see how what they've done. You pre-ordered it? Yeah. Already have it? We don't even know the changes? No, we don't. We don't even know what it is. You already have it because I'm weak. At least you're honest. In that light, already have it. I like changing the Encathe. Yeah. Yeah, fair play. Both are great. That's fair. Hey, Kane Noor, thanks for the follow, buddy. Not until you heard the changes they've made. Yeah, that's a perfectly reasonable thing to say. Perfectly reasonable. Yeah, Yuanbo is pretty dope. I think they've done a good job with Yuanbo. Shame they nerfed his spear, though. To no longer be castable on large entities. Like a single entity. That isn't a hero lord. Hey, Skills Witch, I'm doing well. How are you, handsome? Gonna get my butt in here with my Skaven Slaves. And then you'll see, since we didn't go on the tower, this is the reason why we didn't go on the ladders, is if you put ladders up, your units no longer can go through the fort walls properly. Like the gatehouse, so it's frustrating that you pretty much always have to ensure that you're going through the gatehouse, but you really need to. If you've got a lot of units and you're going up on the walls, like if I in a scenario have heavily melee units, right, I will go on the walls. Makes sense, because I want to get the walls and dominate them on the fight, because I've got more melee units than them. But if you've got a heavy ranged units, you want to use your generals to break down the gatehouse, to manipulate the AI to moving over, and then just shoot the snot at them. In the old world, no, this is not the old world. We're doing a Skaven Slave only skills. We're only allowing ourselves Skaven units, Skaven Slave units. But we're not using old world. I think it would make it harder. In fairness, it's hard enough. How many mutating them? Oh, Kansan, they're going to be the most malformed, mutated Skaven Slaves you've ever seen in your life. I'm going to be pumping so much drugs into these Skaven Slaves, they don't even know what to do. They're going to have no idea what hit them. With the amount of drug that's in them. Explosive Skaven Slaves. Anything I can get like that, aye. Although it's explosives only... Oh, is explosives only monstrous inventory? Do you have access to it, or as a... on a hero? On unit, sorry. This is hardcore, pretty much. Where's the camera? I'm just eating. I'm just eating right now, Skull Switch. I won't belong. Think it's only monsters? Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. I think so too. But at least we have the answers we need. We currently have all the answers we need for it. Just gotta keep playing smart. If I can put them in positions with their great weapons and follow them in, what we'll be able to do is use the like the crossbow-esque arcing of the slingers. Skaven Slaves. Right, Throt has hit his healing cap as well, so we've got to be really careful. And the Skaven Slaves are being perfect and doing exactly what they need to be. And that's absorbing as much damage as possible. Beautiful. Yes, yes. Hey Mark, good to see you, bud. Run away! Not today. I'm going to summon there. Pull our mage back, so I'm going to need you healthy. I don't think they're going to crossfire. Oh, they are turning around. Okay. That makes sense. Now we're just going to... All we need to do now is just continuously keep on warp lightning our way into the settlement. I think we've summoned enough of these, or we've got enough of them. Hey, Hats, good to see you, bud. Invisible stream. My appearance was a pigmentation of your imagination. Come on, come. Right, here we go. Or was it? Yeah, I finished eating now. Yeah, it's... What I'm going to probably try and do is use as many of the melee variants as possible. Like, look at that. 29 melee defense is not bad at all. There's more Warp Tickle. Honestly. If you remember the Warhammer 2 Warp Lightning, that was pure cursed. Warp Lightning used to, whatever you cast it on, it would kill everything. Like, anything and everything it hit, it was just dead. It's what gave me my hatred towards Skaven, honestly, was Warp Lightning. They gave me curses, Camden. That was one of One Pitchman's mod. If you message me, Camden, I will show you it. I'll link you it. But it'll be after the stream. Let's go forward. Who are you shooting? Oh, you're shooting the subs on the outside. Very nice. We're making progress. Huzzah! Let's move up here. Wait, how long is it going to take the Skaven Slingers to kill a arrow tower? If we had fire, we'd kill it faster, but flaming attacks is a big ask. God, we are obstructed, surprisingly. That's honestly probably no point trying to shoot it. We'll probably just capture it instead. Looking at how slow that was doing it. Jesus. Okay, summon you again here. It's the blob sentry. Who wins? A bunch of Skaven slaves or the elite of Kislev? It was a trick question. Skaven, of course. But of course, the Skaven. Yeah, if we cast it, I wonder how the AI will react. 3 more casts to go. And all the armor targets are pretty much being dealt with. Also, hold on, boys. Oh, puppy wants attention again. The old puffer. What's she like? And what's she like? Little wee puppy. So given them one faction that I think I like to play the most. Units from the roster. Yeah, they've got really good units. I am a big fan of Skaven in general. I think one of the reasons why I don't necessarily play Skaven all too much is just due to the fact that they're very, very, very strong. Yeah, it's one of my issues with Skaven specifically is that they're very, 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 very good. And there's very few factions if you're playing it if you are controlling Skaven. There's very few factions that can counter you, especially like Claw and stuff. Get boring very quickly, yeah. And Hash, you're a really, really good player at this game as well. Well, as well, that sounds big-headed by me. But you are a very good player, you know, from watching your streams and stuff. And it's hard to make Skaven challenging once you learn how to play them. Doggy? Hey, Emily, good to see you. Yeah, it's difficult to make it super, super, super duper challenging once you understand how they function. I'm going to be saving the Beast Pack summon for a little bit later because it gives me balance of power. Anytime that I summon something into the battlefield, it gives balance of power. Obviously, we can't see it because it's legendary, but yeah. Alright, Skaven have morale issues, Matt. Good question. Typically, Skaven's low-tier inventory has leadership issues for sure. But once you start getting into the higher tier stuff, you basically will be in a scenario where you're not even going to fight fairly. You'll just use summons. Oh wow, it's already amulus bonus. That's surprising. That is surprising. Honestly, that is very surprising. I was going to try and use the Beastman, the Beast Pack summon. Nice. Good defense. So yeah, we actually got all of our units in there. We're not just using the heroes, which is nice to see. Obviously, the Warp Lightning was pretty much a must in there. to push things back a little bit further. But what do you guys think are going to be the way to go when it comes to the augments I'm going to give them? From reading it, the mutations and stuff, rank 5 is going to be good. I think rank 5 is solid. The melee attack seems good. Frenzy makes sense, but I think we'll struggle to use it a lot. We're basically just trying to and make perfect specimens of Skaven, is what we're attempting to do anyway. Yeah, I still got tier 3. Recruitment cost reductions. Go into Warp Lightning. We're fighting against men. I'm assuming Kislev are within men. We assume. Venomous Valor is going to be very good in general. I actually do think that I want to just become as strong as possible. Melee defense or armor. Honestly, most of the stuff here is really good. The only time I'm going to get a Clan Molder monster is with a summon that I do. It's the Tide of Death and the Tide of Pox that I'm looking for. I think for me personally here, double melee defense is going to be good, especially fighting the amount of inventory we are. We got Skaven Brew, which I think Queek usually has. Honestly, not that impressive. I think reducing my armor even further is going to make me like paper, because Throt has very low armor as is. So I think I'm going to struggle to justify that. Let's see. I'm playing as a White Dwarf, but I borrowed a Cathay army, and the Alchemist died and it was immortal. So after the army went back, I kept the Alchemist. He's level 50. Yeah, that's intentional. That's been in the game since the release. If you borrow an army of another faction, and they have something that's unbreakable, unbreakable? What's the word? Immortal, basically. And they'll come back. It comes back into your faction because they died in that battle. Yeah, immortal. They'll be immortal for you. Yeah. It's intentional, that. Well, maybe they don't like that it does that, but it is a thing. Warhammer's so good. Yeah, typically speaking, you always... That's the reason why you'll often see me trying to become as best friends as I can with people. Right, I'm going to need to grab another... Let's see what RNG loyalty we got. Threat 10 is not ideal. We just need to get as many Skaven Slaves as possible here, folks. Not going to lie. Can't recruit Clan Rats, so ignore that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go more melee base this time, I think. I'm intrigued to see how strong I can get them, though. So, 3 rare augments, which is obviously within this area here. If you do the final evolution, does that... Can you get the instabilities from that? If you do a 3 random augment, can that give you instability? Terror and Fear might be useful because obviously they get feared quite easily. Leadership, but reducing that is not good. Attribute of Encouragement. So that gives a lot of leadership, actually. Doesn't stack down. Rampage is not ideal at all. Physical Resistance, honestly, is not too good because of the fact that they just have garbage anyway. Bonus versus Large is actually pretty solid. I think Bonus versus Large potentially might be the option for the Spear variant, because these guys can probably do a lot of damage to large entities, especially with a lot of leeway. Because they're already on 6 right now, so 16 is pretty damn good, honestly. That's like equivalent to a pretty mid-tier to late-tier level of bonus versus, so that's really nice. Are there buildings that boost Skaven Slaves? As far as I'm aware, not really, no. As obviously they are something that you can recruit from the tier 1. As far as I'm aware, the only real things is through tech. And, for example, like devious plans, so if we go and search slave, you can see we can get recruitment cost reductions and the melee defense here. So obviously, getting towards the ferocious plans pretty soon is going to be important because we need the tier 2 breeding stock. So we might want to upgrade this for now and then just get that. But it's a bit of a waste of money. But I suppose we're going to have a significant excess of money anyway, just due to the fact that we're recruiting trash units. Brother and sister there for the mortal heroes. Yep. It's the reason why I always try and friend Beligar to get all of his ancestral heroes. And yeah, we've got Dominating Scheme now, so we'll activate that. And then we'll want to hop over and get ourselves the exploitative planning now. So we're still getting food, but that's going to quickly disappear. But you can see here we're getting 2 food because the Skaven corruption is quite low. Which is good to see. Interestingly enough, Castalton is reducing the corruption because Castalton naturally has reduced corruption alongside of... no, excuse me, that's just his patriarchs. So the patriarch and his army is doing the reduced corruption. Yeah, cleanse corruption. So having a patriarch around is actually really useful, as I want it to be as low as possible. So we're going to want to do the VAT as soon as we can. We will get, at 500 juice, we'll get Skaven Slaves too. Is there any upside to corruption? No, not for me specifically. Not right now. I think, obviously, the main value of corruption is you gain more access into summons. So you get more summon from belows and things like that. But as of right now, I don't think it's necessary. Because Hell Pit and the surrounding areas, I don't believe I need the summons at the moment.
I am chose. Sister of ice.
So, if we can keep the corruption low, I think if there's fights that are really, really going to be struggling with, we'll need a lot more corruption, but we can just leverage food for that. That we've gained from having low corruption. But we'll see. We shall see. I think the tech is the important part, and then the red tree line is going to be important too, but I'm going to have to be careful about how I balance my skill tree. Oh god, it affects my men again. I'm going to do it, because it's probably worth it. Any kind of loyalty we can gain, I think it's worth it. Come here, Pippi. Come here. Sorry, I think my puppy needs something. I'm not sure what she wants. I think we're going to search something anyway. It looks like we're going to have to start beating up. Where did he go? Military presence of 7, so he's still in there. Okay. Throt's army's okay. We might want to... Is there any augments we can give ranged units? I don't think so, right? I don't think there's any real augment that's going to be useful for ranged units. We might try and go towards this fort here as well. Like, are summons allowed? Yeah. Summons are fine. I think main thing is just ensuring that my compositions are devised of Skaven Slave Slingers or Spears or the normal variant. And I'm not allowed to recruit anything that isn't a Skaven Slave. Look at the level of recruitment now, it's getting good. I'm going to recruit over here. Obviously we have this hero from the start, so I was happy with that. I deleted every other unit that we had to begin with, so it made the beginning battles pretty difficult, but we got there in the end. We need a total of 120 food, and you gain 5 capacity per settlement that you own. To gain access into his weapon, you need to put a Warlock Engineer, which I'm going to do, as his weapon's pretty important. As, yeah, it's a lot of good stat line there. So, we'll probably just chuck a Warlock Engineer in there as well. I am going to upgrade this one now, I think, like I said, just to get access into going to Ferocious Plans, which gets more recruitment, which then gives me more replenishment, which then can give me more Skaven defense on the slaves. It's a shame I can't give melee attack as well additionally, but it focuses more into clan rats, which makes sense. Not many people would purposely use Skaven Slaves only. Okay, the attrition here is going to happen just for one turn, so I'm not too worried about that. But let's just get melee armies going. And you'll see that my strength rank is quite low at the moment, but in this campaign, typically speaking, or in campaigns in general, your strength rank is determined by the main factor of how many armies that you currently own and the size of that army. I believe there are upticks to the tier of the units, but I don't think it's significant. So we'll be a very high strength rank. So what I need to do is recruit as much as I can, as quick as I can, to get myself into a position where I have a really high strength rank, and everyone's like, oh, no go. That guy's like strength rank 2. And I'll just be a ton of Skaven Slaves. But the AI won't know that. The AI won't know that. Which will make it easier to get deals and things like that at the same time. What I did try and do was sit alongside my settlements to try and force Castalton to come and attack me. It appears he has not, but that's okay. At least we get a couple more. Your loyalty is 6 out of 10. 2.5k is a good amount. You could drop down to 5, but I think just having these guys as loyal as possible is going to be super useful. Yeah, 9 loyalty is huge. So, one thing that used to be really annoying is... I know Dark Elves specifically have it where their loyalty is gained by very specific things. Whereas I believe Skaven loyalty is just as it says here, just by improving battles and things like that. Equipping items. I don't think we have anything else to give you, lad. So he's no longer in this settlement, which is intriguing. He's not declared war on anybody, which is unfortunate, because I could get some alliances there. What I probably should do is move with you. See if we can get some eyes on where he is. We've moved into the zone of control as well. Has he gone to Erengrad? He's gone to Erengrad, okay. Shame, because I wish I could have ambushed now. If I am the aggressor here, he's got an army of 20, it looks like. Yeah, military presence of 20. There's nothing in here, nothing in there. The garrison specifically is pretty low tier. It's been a little bit battered because he took that recently. I've no ways of getting regiments of renown because none of them are Skaven Slave specific. We need to recruit as much as possible. It's such a shame that in this little cubby over here, Blood Pass has absolutely atrocious winds of regeneration. And you go just to the east, you start getting quite a bit. As the more blue it is, the more regeneration you'll gain. So like, Throg is love and life up there. Like, Throg is absolutely love and life up there. I think going for the attack here is fine. Because it'll probably give us a Packmaster level, which will then allow us to get some summons from the hero specifically. Look at that, medium casualties. The Skaven Slave life. Honestly, the easiest way of doing this is just sending up Throt, my hero, and then the rest of my army, and then just getting the Skaven Slaves to absolutely annihilate these guys. Because the Slingers are actually very, very strong units, which sounds like absolute cap, and sounds like I'm trolling, but genuinely, each hit of the Skaven Slave is a minimum of 2. Which is true. Well, yeah, minimum of 2. No cap. Hey, monkey. Yeah, it's minimum by 2. And the reason why I know that is, by default, you have to do 1 damage base. You can't mitigate all base weapon damage. And they have armor piercing, I'm pretty sure, of 1. So, by default, 140 of them doing 2 damage. That's 280 on a volley. Not the best, obviously. That's like a couple of archers in most factions. But when you start stacking these buggers up, oh me, oh my. Oh me, oh my, do we start getting some value. Right. Which honestly means that I probably can just go pretty damn aggressive with the way that we approach the fight. I'm curious how interaction of ranged unit goes. A locked formation of ranged. If they try and hit the same thing, or just hit whatever they can. As range-wise, we're going to be just a little bit shy. Does that stack up? Oh yeah, for sure. Let me summon something that's pretty juicy for them to hit, as they'll prioritize a unit that's monstrous. Like so. They'll start shooting them. The Rat Ogres are going to just chase in. They're going to sponge the entirety of the damage, and keep in mind they've got a pretty long load time. Corsairs have a relatively hefty load time, so or reload time, excuse me. And then you are someone that I'm going to struggle to interrupt here. And then here we go. Here's the damage pouring in. When it rains, it pours. Yeah, Jesus. Look at the difference here. One volley by the Corsair, the unit's almost donezo. The unit's almost calling for a timeout. But they certainly add up. If they don't get attacked... it certainly adds up. I mean, the closer we are as well, the more damage we'll do. I think it's annoying that Skaven Slave goes into higher difficulties. The slingers are obviously very, very strong, right? Because we don't have to fight in melee. And hey, Noah. Hey, Oldham. Skaven Slave's Doomstack. A Skaven Slave Doomstack indeed. I think we're probably going to be careful, or going to have to be a little bit careful. Start shooting these guys, because there's summons there. It's just funny how they're just chucking rocks. They're out here playing chess, I'm playing checkers, but I'm winning. Jesus, that looks brutal. Having tons of rocks chucked at you. And then a rat similar size to you. But yeah, no, I hope you're doing well, bud. Because I really want to try and use a stack that isn't dependent on slingers. But in the beginning, I'm going to have to be at least a little bit cautious because of the fact that I don't have the mutagens that I need to make melee ones viable just yet. Good work from workout, nice dude. When Gobbo's got to get the old Gobbo and Hydra back. Gobbo faction or a Gobbo campaign. Potentially next. I'm intrigued to see. So this is going to be enough for the 120 capacity, right? Now we just need the food. So, oh, we didn't get the... Oh, that's so unlucky. We're so close to the Packmaster getting leveled up. That would have been really nice if we got the level up there. I would suspect from Erengrad they can reach. So I imagine the person that should be recruiting is this guy. Due to their cavalry, we'll go quite heavy into that. A lot of army stacks. Let's get rid of you because we don't need it. One thing I got to remember is that buildings cost food each one. Which is true. This is costing me 3 food currently. Obviously this is costing me food as well. Or does it? Army upkeep, Skaven settlement upkeep. I don't think help it costs food. I guess we are generating 2 because of the province of 1. Yeah. We're upgrading this specifically, even though it's a little bit of a waste because we're going to redeploy it back at tier 5 when we get a chance. I think there's probably ways you can min-max the other game. I think the way we used a ton of food to begin with made it so that tier 4 is not possible now. But tier 4 most likely would be possible turn 4-ish as Throt. We're getting a rebellion. That's not ideal. I think taking the settlement as Skaven makes it a sack. So there's a random RNG chance of where this rebellion's going to go. If we get lucky, it'll be over here. Blame Thids. Oh, that's such an old meme. Ah, we got unlucky, it's to the right. So instantaneously we got attacked by Castalton here. I can't actually see the HUD of how much food I have now. Hey, Dennis, good to see you, bud. Thankfully, Castalton's on his horse now. Or is he on his bear already? I don't believe he gets it that quickly. Probably just on a horse, which means that we have Throt is in a very poised possession to do a lot of damage here. So double Streltsies, a couple spearmen, and a ton of corsairs, a ton of dervishes, light war sleds. It's gonna be tough. Can be bear level 5, can it? But I don't know how. Does he normally have AP? Is Castalton normally AP? Skaven Slaves only. So far decent. So far decent. This is going to be the first difficult fight, I believe, of the stream. I think. Thick deploying. It's a shame that they have 140 range every unit. All the units are 140 range. Maybe I should. It costs 3 food, so last time we used 15 food, but we'll get a lot of food from fighting. Over consensus go throughout bed. Hey Ronan, what time is it where you are? Is it 12? Yeah, I think it's 12 because you're in New York, right? He has that much AP normally. Just goes to show how little I play Castalton, I'm not gonna lie. Of all the Kislevites, I think Castalton's what I play the least. I mean, it's probably a sentiment that's shared, I would imagine. It would be potentially a sentiment that's shared between everybody. I don't know anyone that's like, oh, Castalton's the best. Do you know who I want to play out of all the Kislevites? Castalton. Let's get it. Oh wait, New York is on East. Oh, of course it is, yeah. Alright. Let's get the slingers positioned. Better than Catherine, at least, whatever. Yeah, that's an interesting point. I think your start location is probably a little bit more favorable, that's for sure. Learn how to play Hoy, so much to learn. Oh man, yeah. That game, I might try it at some point. I don't know if people would be interested to watch it though. I would be a brand new player to it. Would you guys be interested in watching me play Heart of Iron? Probably not, right? I would be a genuine pleb. Alright, 2 minutes until my army comes in. If they attack me quite aggressively, I'm going to struggle. Looks like they're sending in their skirmish units in first, which is actually a good thing for me. But the 140 range, unfortunately. If they hit my garrison, the garrison units, I don't mind too much. Oh, that looks sick. I love the bear units, man. Is that like... Is this magic that's keeping it frozen underneath? Uh-oh. I actually don't know much about them. What we could do is start moving up. Put these guys here. Root the slingers, move up. Because they'll summon right on top of them, which will lock them into melee. And then Throt can probably get some good damage in because he's got a ton of anti-large. Yeah, 25. Ah, there's running away, not melee. I guess that makes sense. And that means at least we're going to have a ton of hits on this flank. It's going to be really difficult to kill most things here. I think Throt just needs to dance around. Alright, the slingers are stacking up way too much, so they're going to be shooting really inoptimally. but that shouldn't deter them too badly. Let me grab a few on this side, on the left flank. Looks like they're moving in. We've also got our reinforcements. Have you got too many units in the battlefield? No. Good. Hell of a challenge, Luna. Yeah. We're going to have to see how it goes. I'm going to have probably my slingers front line for the most of this. See if we can shoot into here now. The dervishes I'm fine with. I just need to make sure that I'm dancing around as much as possible with Throt here. Since these are light sleds, they'll actually take a lot of damage here. Plus they took a hit from Throt itself. Yeah, I'm actually more than happy with that. More than happy with that. And let's see what they do here. Slingers are doing a good job, but we need to pull them out of melee. Anything that's not a slinger, let's pull you back. And then let's get the Skaven Slaves moving in. Throt moving in as well. Let's get some shots over here. We need magic ASAP. So once they start stopping to shoot, that's when we take advantage of it. And I need my slingers out of melee because the dervishes will absolutely just smoke them. And you can see here some fantastic value. And what you can do in scenarios where you're against a faction that shoots you, you can then chuck them in, start casting spells when they start trying to cast, and it'll probably buffer them long enough for them to start moving. How do I handle low leadership problems? It's just one of those things where you just have to continuously keep trying to put yourself in a situation where you're not going to be taking too much damage. It's obviously easier said than done though, right? So basically I'm just going to keep trying to skirmish and then go for things that are isolated like this. And then use, you know, variants of things like magic and whatever I can to try and get an edge as well. And then casting it there's going to help. It's a bit of a shame that the dervishes are doing such a fantastic job of routing my slingers, but you got to keep in mind a unit will rout 3 times before it goes and fully shatters, right? So with that in mind, in my mind, I've got 3 chances to make the low leadership work. 3 chances to make it work. What are you shooting into? Slinger blob. I'm fine with that. If we do this, I'm about to shut him down. Exchange of his title be renounced. I think it's more Throt the Unclean, yeah. It's more that his actions are pretty unclean. He's just not a very good dude. And that's a very good point, Ludo. Good shout. He could bathe in filth. That'd save him. Casting to here as well. Beautiful damage. It's not as much as you'd have hoped for, though. Not as much as one would have hoped. Still the melee scenarios here. Trying to do as much damage as we can. The only target here that matters now is you. Let's finish the Corsairs off, actually. Still get the magic off when we can. Because that's a summon, so I don't really mind about him. His has been killed. I mean, I wonder if like he specifically started getting really, really famous because of the fact that he was just very different in that respect. He's just a brutally honest bloke that was like, yeah, I haven't showered in weeks. I think it was a quote of him saying something like, once you haven't showered for long enough, it just doesn't do change. But now, Asmon's the go. He is the go. Let's run us Castalton towards Throt here. Really can't be losing my mage here. Big damage now. He'll have to really he'll have to worry about that. Oh my god! Please don't lose my mage. If he hits me again, that's insane. Good. So here's where we're going to start struggling because of the range differentials. But like I said, the loaded leadership, one of the main factors is just continuously making sure that you're actually paying attention to any unit that comes back in. Okay, one slinger's dying there. If I summon that, they're just going to get crushed. A lot of my units are getting just routed now. Keep moving back. Just here. I just need to get... We'll have 2 more casts available to us. And now, obviously, what I want to do is get everything again. Grab all my units, pull them back, redeploy a little bit further back. You absolute jerk, Castalton. He's dead. This guy is an absolute turd. I have no magic now. Goddamn Castalton. Hail entry. It's annoying because he's so squishy, and if I can get on top of him, I can kill him. Right, the good news here as well is we've actually dealt with this on this side. The chest poses campaign? Near enough. Let's get someone out now. Let's get these Streltsies dead. And let's try and shoot them as well. We've redeployed over this side. Yeah, we're doing a Skaven Slave ONLY challenge. And see how well we can do. Hopefully we can kill Castalton here, because I think he'll heal pretty significantly. It's the one annoying thing about Castalton. He heals an insane amount when he gets low HP. So it could be worth just bombing him now. Beeline all the rest of my units towards him. Because this is the firing act that we're kind of worried about, but we're killing everything we need to kill. Yeah, the slingers are doing a good job now. Beautiful. Okay, that's really good. Please get Castalton killed. Can't believe he killed my mage. Absolute rascal. Okay, good. Right, let's move up ourselves now. Finish the unit on the left flank. Do I just ignore his Castalton? Do I ignore his Patriarch here? I think we send all the units up to stop them shooting. Keep moving up. This hasn't answered. I love how that came around because Throt is called Throt the Unclean. Good old Throt the Unclean. Creating interesting conversations in Twitch chat since... When did he come out? Like 2018, maybe? Oh my god, we're actually potentially in a losing position now. Okay, this is not good. I need Throt's leadership aura. Alright, I'm just going to try and use single entities here then. I have to reposition everything. And then move around. Into bushes. I think I'm not gonna attempt to attack the Patriarch just yet. I think recovering with all my units is probably gonna be more important right now. Let's recover with the units and then figure out what we're gonna do. As with these 2 units together, we should be okay. And Ronan, Tabushi is asking, he stopped showering after he got tenured? He definitely sounds like a stinky boy. That is definitely some stinky boy energy, that's for sure. That is probably potentially some stinky boy energy. Oh, of all the conversations I expected to have today, that is not today. Talking about this was not what I expected for today. Ain't that the beauty of streaming though sometimes? Ain't that just the beauty of streaming? Learning that someone hasn't showered in 5 years. And he's a university professor. Sniff me, sniff me. Maybe that's his long con. Maybe he does shower, he just likes to be sniffed. Who knows? Because has anyone actually, like... Surely he's seen him, you know? Like, maybe it was like a joke to begin with, and it went on for too long. It just went on for way too long that you can't back out of it now, so he just has to, like, keep up the line. God, this is getting really dicey now. Other than oh, I think I saw that video. He's, like, encased in, like, soot or something, wasn't he? Because all the fires and things like that. I'm slightly worried about what the Corsair Spear is going to be doing on this side, but we're attacking on multiple angles. Our leadership is recovering, which is good. Okay, the slingers on this side are getting attacked, but by going close enough, I believe that it'll force them to retreat or just stand there and attack. Nice, caught them up. Oh, and lost bonuses kicked in. Holy moly. That was a tough fight, boys. That was a toughie. Thank God we survived. As that could have been the campaign over right then and there. Jesus. It's a shame we got Pyrrhic, which means we get less experience overall, but get owned, Castalton. Yeah, Slingers did a fantastic job. The mage that we had in the other army is already dead, which is annoying, but it happens, I guess. We'll have to get another one. Because I don't think we can take the settlements without a Ruin Magic. I don't think we'll have enough pushing power without Ruin Mage. As Warp Lightning is just too crucial. Type of victory doesn't matter anymore. XP for honor kills. When did they change that, Tabushi? Have they changed that recently? God, I should really keep reading things. As I definitely feel like there's a difference between experience gained with... it's going to get attacked, isn't it? Came with Warhammer 3 launch. Yeah, the experience differentials of the... Yeah, in Warhammer 3. No, in Warhammer 3 specifically is where that was. I think it was a launch thing. And have they changed that in a patch recently? Right, we need another Rune Mage. Or we can just get Warlock Engineer. I much prefer these guys because of the bell they can get. Determined Slime.
Has been issued, mighty lord. A great
is this...
beckons. Be wary, though, for while the potential rewards are
Gorlich. Yeah, Gorlich is going to be insanely good. Oh my god, charge bonus plus 15 for Skaven Slaves units. Okay, that's going to be good. So that's definitely something we need. I mean, 15 is obviously pretty trash, but it just means that I can probably fight. Ooh, leadership plus 6 when I'm fighting in own territory. Wait, guys, throw at me who you think will give me the best defeat traits. Who do you guys think I should go farm for defeat traits? I think death is better than poison, if I'm not mistaken. But we can get both anyway. Protgar? Because we'll probably have to go and chase stuff around. Army or Lord? Lord defeat traits, yeah. Because I'm probably going to have to go and chase Vlad. What? Insinuating my character's going to die a lot? Probably not false. Krogar is plus 10 melee defense and 2 local control. As from memory, I know Volkmar is good for my army. I know Tyrion's good for my army, right? The only answer is always Yambo. It's crazy to me how insane, and most love to you, Ronan, it's insane to me how good Yambo's defeat trait is. Like, I just don't understand the balance from regard, like the balancing decisions around it. It's, because like Drazowith has an insane defeat trait as well. Like Astragoth's got a really good one. Zitan's not that good. Like Zitan's is kind of meh. So it's crazy that they make some people like insanely good. You hate Tuesdays? Is it Tuesday today? It's Monday. Well, it's a good job it's not Tuesday today. But he does give Unbreakable, but the opportunity and the chance to actually find him is so low. What's your Rainbow's defeat rate? It reduces the cost of Winds of Magic of your spells by like 15% or something. Reduces the cost by a lot. Let's get more food here. His main drawback is he can't farm it. He can't farm himself? Yeah. Is it 20%? Jesus, yeah, it's so insane. I think him alongside getting, like, Gelt getting Yuambo's defeat rate, I think statistically you should be able to make it free, but I don't think it works. I think you still have to have it as one cost. I don't understand why they deploy like this either. Like a Christmas tree. It ain't Christmas anymore, boys. I think Drazowith is... Oh, don't mean to move you. Let's put you back there. Drazowith's defeat rate is really good as well. Shoot, why are you not holding your formation? Ah, because you're moving like that. Okay. We could do Verminous Valor and then start attacking the Lord. Since he's not mounted, we can stagger him. So you can see we have to wait until he gets up. I thought they fixed that, but never mind. I thought with the changes to the ogres fairly recently, they made it so that you can still hit him. Honestly, just getting rid of the Lord is going to be the easiest thing here. Or one of the most important things here, but I have no summons, so I don't want to troll. And plus, my stat line, alongside having fire attacks, can actually be a really bad thing, by the way. I think fighting Chaos Dwarves with flaming attacks is so bad. And like Imric as well. I know that with insanely high fire resistance, it's kind of crazy. Alright, start getting some slinging going. If we focus the front line on killing you, focus the back line on killing this unit, and then we'll have easier access into killing Yuri here. Where is that? The Yuri? Weird. Gonna help you with the vampires though? True. True. Absolutely, definitely. Anything with regeneration and fire. Tomb Kings as well. As killing the main Tomb King lords. A lot of them have weakness to fire. You know, I believe the normal generic ones always have weakness to fire. Not necessarily because they have regeneration, but just because of the way that they're just the way they work. It's weird they're giving me the access into just killing stuff for free. Gods of high fire resistance. Yeah, typically speaking. Unless I'm mistaken, guys, but I'm pretty sure Chorse get high fire resistance just naturally. It might have been Drazowith specifically, but I'm pretty sure that they get pretty good fire resistance. Relatively so. Let me summon the ogres, rat ogres, and then we'll just beat up Igor here. It's going to cause all of them to shoot me, but it should be fine. It just means we're going to kill them so much quicker. Going. But and it depends on. Let me remind myself, because normally, like Chaos Dwarves in general, yeah, have a default of 15%, but I believe that can get increased. I don't know if the Infernal Guards have higher. Yeah, the Infernal Guards have 25%. Yeah, I thought I was going crazy then, but I am right, because I think all of them just have fiery stuff. Let's go ahead and just summon stuff. Okay, these are so the poison ones are not the AP variant, the other ones are. I think the hitboxes of the rats also have been massively improved. Smartest thing for me to do is probably to kill the light war sleds, just to stop them from flanking around, but they're doing a good chunk of damage, which I'm pretty happy with. Send you over here, and get you into melee, stop the shooting. Dude, don't mess with the anti-lives that we have on these boys, an extra 6. Don't scoff up at it, boys. I'm just all I need to care about is just getting into their backline and just stacking them up where I can, because either I can just sling at them or just use Warp Lightning. Maybe a no-loss Skaven Slave only would be funny. Do I think I could do a no-loss Skaven Slave only run? Honestly, probably, if it's short victory. Hey, Cyber, good to see you. Send them on him. I think level... What level is it where we get more additional? Skaven Slaves? Yeah, we're doing a Skaven Slave only. And the weakest unit? Yep. We're doing a campaign specifically where we can only recruit Skaven Slaves. Which means we're going to be slinging and mutating a lot. Yeah, I'm not one's kicked in, you can tell. When all the units are flashing and the passive's happening. Model Empires? Model Empires indeed. Throt start location can be pretty savage because of the Kislevites. But if we were able to... If we're smart enough to push towards all of the relevant threats before they become a problem, and then just leverage slingers just to keep battering them, I think we would be okay, because most of their threats that are going to be annoying have very little armor. Climates are weakened, I reckon, not because of the stats, but the cost is much greater. I guess it depends on who you're playing, because I know, like, is it Queek that makes them super cheap? But yeah, I guess their cost is quite expensive for what they do. Because typically speaking, Skaven have a considerable amount of damage due to the variance of potency of weapons teams. Right, Erengrad, I think I'm going to wait to pick it up. Spamming Wolf Rats will work. Yes, it does indeed. I know, well, what I can do here, actually. Since I only just can't reach here, I've actually saved this for this moment. Let's go Route Marcher, and we can reach now on 0% movement. It's all about the little things. All about the little things. I'm not necessarily sure if you have movement, though. Yeah, we can force match over. Good. What I'll do as well is I'll truck over my armies as well. Throw over my units, just so we have the majority of my composition. I used to be much more into it when I was younger. Not played it for 10 years. Wow, yeah. I mean, now's a good time to get back into it, in fairness. Also, hold on. Puppy wants attention. Oh, come here then. Yeah. Playing you doing a high elf playthrough on easy, because I don't remember Medieval 2 being complex. Yeah, a Cocker Spaniel. Yeah, it's a working Cocker Spaniel. It's a British working Cocker Spaniel. I love Cocker Spaniels. They are very funny with what they're like. I'll give her a head massage. Look at her face. She's like, oh, that is good. Oh, that is good. Oh, she liked that. Oh, she absolutely loved that. Her tail is wagging like crazy. Oh, I love this dog. Mwah. She is 3 years and maybe 7 months, I think. Around that, I can't remember the exact date. It was August when she was born, like 3-4 years ago. And she is a lockdown puppy, and as I'm probably sure you can tell, she's very obsessed with me, as she's always just spent time with me, because due to her being a lockdown puppy, you know, she was always there with me. Won't you, puppy girl? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sober. I think cockers definitely have... I'm not sure if they have a predisposition towards getting specific things like that. I know pugs definitely do. Good girl. Lie down. Alright. just do this real quick. Go wide with the Skaven Slaves. The army, I don't think I'm going to be too worried about. Double Spellman. But yeah, no, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry to hear that. It always is a sad thing when you get a dog, it's like they're not going to be with you for the rest of your life, right? But Freya is an absolute unit. She is an absolute unit. Like, she is so unbelievably strong, it's crazy. Like, I don't know how she became strong as she is, but due to the walks that we take her on, like, she can go super high up, climbing loads of things, and just, it's like a massive foresty area, so she can run around like crazy. And she just built up so much strength because of, like, being able to climb loads of things. Try to confederate Tretch. With his devastating flankers, the slaves will double the challenge bonus to 6. Ooh, Pog. What is the word of information? I honestly don't know why they keep doing this. It's just something that the AI keep naturally doing. They keep putting their units in the middle like this. Does anybody know in the community bug fix mod if it does it like this as well? Have they fixed this in the community bug fix mod, out of interest? Wouldn't surprise me to have. Let's get some summons out. As we can basically take advantage of the fact that we are collapsing from behind. As long as we're a wide formation, I don't mind. I don't think they're armored. Yeah, these guys aren't armored, but it's fine. Let's check these guys here. Summoning units that are being summoned can be damaged while they're coming in, which is a bit bad. We don't have the reinforcements just yet, but the only unfortunate thing there is it's going to take them a while to get in. But I'm pretty confident that we have a lot of damage, especially because the dervishes will take a ton of damage here as well. And you can see that we're fighting in the trees, so they're going to struggle to shoot us as well. So pretty happy with that. So I'm going to go into the left flank here with my slingers. Once they have 40k Total War game, it'll be fun. Yeah, I think I remember seeing on the Total War Reddit recently that it wouldn't work as a recipe, but I disagree completely. I think, you know, typically speaking, throughout Creative Assembly's development journeys, they've always been told, like, people have always just assumed they're not going to be able to do it, and they always figure it out. They always figure out some way. Like 10 years ago, when Warhammer 1 was said to be coming out, everyone was like, that is impossible. How are they going to figure it out? What can they possibly do? And every single time they figured out how to do it. They figured out ways to make it possible. They really did. 40k, I think with 40k, they'd have to specifically scope into a subsection of the world. And exactly like a single planet. They couldn't go crazy with how the warp travel and all that kind of stuff works. It just, that is a recipe that just wouldn't function. That wouldn't work. But I think 40k Total War would be incredible because it would bring in an insane amount of players. There are so many people that play 40k games just because it's 40k and they love 40k. Like, the fan bases are a lot bigger in 40k. Yell at them. Yeah, cats are vindictive little buggers. They'll get you back, tell you. They are sneaky wee buggers. Because my partner, she's had cats all her life, but I only had one as a kid. I don't remember. I was too young. I don't remember. Let's kill the great weapons because there's no. They actually don't have any shields. Hey, Paven, it's doing well, man. How are you, buddy? How art thou, my friend? Always good to see you. We're doing a very silly Skaven Slave only challenge at the moment, and it's going well, actually. It's going surprisingly well. Skaven Slave slingers are awesome. Pretty sure this is not impacted by the trees, this spell. Where can I cast it? About 5 meters out. Here's the henches of Skaven Slaves, Throt? Yeah. Throt's the only person that I'm going to be doing with, only because of the fact that you can mutate stuff. The mutations I'm looking for. That should be fine to cast, right? Yeah, beautiful. And the best thing about using Skaven Slaves only, I can truly function within the world of I will do any damage to them as long as I'm doing equal damage to the enemy as well, because it'll be worthwhile trade. It'll be a 100% worthwhile trade. Commute bug fix doesn't fix the weird deployment. Oh, really? Interesting. I'm surprised by that. Usually they're really quick at fixing. Long term, it's no good. It's no good idea for current to rely on Games Workshop property to make money. Interesting point. I think failing that, they have to go with historical, and currently any kind of historical game that they make has extremely high expectations, and so they'll have to spend a long, long time to make them. Like, I remember being in Lion's stream, and he was talking about kind of other games they could do regarding, you know, within the Total War space, as in World War I, World War II, trench warfare, and things like that. And that definitely could be really good. Games with content that are money makers. Not necessarily true. Three Kingdoms sold extremely well. I think Three Kingdoms is one of the better selling games, and ironically enough, I think Troy was as well, because of the fact that they put it on Games Workshop. They put it on Epic Games as an exclusive, and a lot of people bought it for free. And now it's dead. Well, Three Kingdoms is dead for reasons their own doing, really, honestly. But it sold very well. Yeah, the DLC management was dreadful in Three Kingdoms. You love Minecraft, King? Don't we all? I don't think I've met a single person that hasn't played Minecraft. Anyone in the chat? Type 1 in the chat if you've played Minecraft. Type 2 in the chat if you've not played it. Out of interest here, boy. 1 if you've played Minecraft, 2 if you've not played it, boys. Wait, Tubishi, you've not played Minecraft? Atlantis not played? Wow. Wait, you guys have not played Minecraft? I swear, like, I thought Minecraft's like, everyone's just played it. They hooked up? They did indeed. It was the DLC management. If they released DLCs that amplified and added on to the factions that already existed, it would be better. Played the demo for Famers, hated it. So you guys, me and my homies, me and my good friends, we, every like year or two, we play Minecraft for like 2 weeks straight on a server and just absolutely just Minecraft our mind out, and then just don't play it for ages again. I'm so surprised at how many two are there. I'm not even kidding. Also, Greco, good to see you, buddy. I'm so surprised. I swear, I thought it was like super, super, super popular. 50% of Minecraft players have never opened their inventory. What, is it because it's too difficult to know? I haven't played it in like 13 years. Yeah, I've not played it in a while, but it's still buggies. Tried playing Three Kingdoms, loved the battle and camera, hate the UI, it was absolutely horrible. Really, I actually quite like the UI. Same happens to you, Matty? Nice, yeah. It is just always what we do. It's so dope. I think Minecraft's being used as like an educational game and stuff as well. How much food do we have? We don't have tier 4 because we need 1. Wait, how can we not do a tier 4 here? Oh, what? Ignore me. Please don't. Ignore me. It's a minus element. Ignore me. Battlesey, you're supposed to be the expert here. Can't be asking silly questions like that. What about Skyrim? Oh, man. Alright, okay. Good question. Right, since this is another OG, we're talking Skyrim now, boys. For all the people that typed 1s and 2s, type 1 in the chat if you've played Skyrim, type 2 in the chat if you haven't played Skyrim, and we'll see if the variance of numbers change there.
Thanks to my plan.
Okay, no, we're getting definitely 1 mores. We're getting way more 1s here. Okay, no, 2s are coming back to fight. Also, I'm going to get HP to increase his HP pool, because we can regenerate more. Never finished it. For the last time 10 years ago. Oh, it counts. If you've played it, you've played it. If you've played it for 1 second, you've played it, you know? In my eyes, if you've played it just for the second, you've done it. That is interesting. I would have honestly have thought Minecraft would be more popular. I don't know why. I would have just assumed it would have been. And let me claim the growth facts, because we only want 500, because we want Skaven Slaves from it. We need the Skaven Slaves. Right, let's mutagen the crap out of somebody. Should we just do it with this guy? He's already, he's already kind of messed up pretty hard here. I mean, somebody mentioned the HP, the unit counts of them. I think it was Dark earlier. It makes sense that regeneration is probably going to be trash because... Let's just do a little bit of math, shall we? Oh yeah, actually that is horrendous. Guys, take a guess what Skaven Slave's HP per entity is. It's actually so bad. It's not as bad as Skinks, though. It's not as bad as Skinks, but that is so much worse than I expected it to be. It's a shame we got very little Skaven Slaves there. Yeah, 50 HP per entity is so bad. No, 50, Dark. They only have 50. So you were right. Regeneration kind of sucks. Upgrading Skaven Slaves? Yeah, I'm going to be upgrading the crap out of them. We have to upgrade them like crazy. Which means now, with that in mind, it makes it so I have to do something differently. That's not worth it. But melee attack plus 20 is pretty solid. But weapon strength plus 40. Honestly, the defense doesn't matter because they're going to be squishy as hell anyway. I'm going to go up this way. I'm just going to inject this poor one bugger with as much as I can. Poor lad. To unlock what I can. Just my glorious skinks. Skinks have like 40 HP per entity. All our skinks are awesome though. Can mutated units merge? Device has lack of replenishment. That is a fantastic thing. I believe so, yeah. Yeah, you can merge mutants. You can merge them. That's actually a genius idea. That's genius. Would I just want to have people constantly... Oh, shoot. Oh my god, we can do them! Dudes, yeah, all we have to do is get the Skaven Slaves as unstable as possible, because the second that they get into melee, they explode. We can basically create bloated corpses here. We can near enough create an army of bloated corpses. But the problem with that is it's going to cost a lot of mutants. I get 200 growth juice for this. So now it's growth juice, not mutant though.
Chosen.
Highest possible is 93. What is that with Tehuhuan? What's this quest again? We are 6 away from getting it. We're 6 food away from getting a tier 5. Would we assume that in the next tip we're going to have enough food here? There's a rebellion here. What we'll do is... It's annoying because I literally just made this tier 2. But there's no point in building... where is it? Building this yet, because it's 2 turners, and we might as well get a tier 5 anyway. Oxel has to convert to Tenhuan. Ah, makes sense. Right, next up Grad, and then I'm going to go over here. But did they survive the explosion and Kame comes in? No, that's the awesome part. Hey, leave my Skaven Slave bros alone. Right, let's abandon this and get this one up. Thoughts on Gorich? Gorich is awesome. Super, super well needed within Throt's composition specifically. But he was mutagen. It's a Norscan chieftain or some kind of Norscan warlord that's like an absolute beast. Combined with a rat ogre, right? Or a mutated rat ogre, excuse me. So he's an absolute beast. Very, very strong fighter. Has AoE damage, has good single target damage, great stat line, great survivability. We could get these guys in here. What's the difference between the growth fat variant and the normal variant? Still instability is ill for all units, but more like explode on death. On low health for single enemies. Yeah. It'd be nice if it's like an ability. Yeah. Agreed, lads. Bien. His brain is in a rat ogre thing? Yeah. Right.
Plan scheme is
Okay.
discordant.
So, ooh, Azazel right now would be pain to fight. Although he's going to be liking us because we're fighting Great Orthodoxy because the Kislevite's next to him.
I cannot fulfill. Tell me.
Oh, I wonder if getting trade with him. I think becoming friendly with Azazel makes sense. I don't have any resources to trade. I think a non-aggression makes the most sense. Every little helps. Let's get another one. I will say yes to that. The only thing that I'm going to be annoyed about in this context is if he sails towards this settlement. We can't reach. That's what I really wanted. So it looks like we can't get it this turn, but we will eventually. So next turn we'll have enough.
Yes.
What's the settlement in Irongrad? What's the... Oh, it's going to be a tier 2. But tier 2, I believe, gives them armor corsairs. Yeah, they get 4 armor. Wow, that's an insane increase. Jesus. That is so insane. From tier 1 to tier 2 is such a big garrison upgrade.
All hail, horned rat.
That is wild.
Let the bell scream, scream.
It's annoying, right? At the moment, we made a large roast chicken, and it's every single time we cook like a really big chicken in the oven, Freya can smell it, which is the dog, and she always whines because she wants to go in the kitchen to try and eat some. She's such a little rascal. Right, we're gonna go that. I'm gonna attack Erengrad. It's unfortunate that we're losing as much reserves as we are. This will be siege next turn. That's okay, because it's slingers and stuff. And then we can utilize this hero to get some experience. It is a plague hero, which is a bit of a mistake, but actually I want to be close enough to help it to re-colonize it. Because next turn we're going to get it. Like, tier 5, turn 7 is not terrible. But you got to keep in mind that we had to delay it pretty significantly due to the fact that I had, like, no units to begin with. A sneaky sim, that title. Thoughts on it's just normal playthrough? Maybe so. Maybe just a normal playthrough here. I hate it when pets are fiending for my food. Yeah. She's a little rascal with that, I tell you. I mean, you can't blame her. A big-ass chicken. And honestly, I'm guilty. When she looks at me with the puppy dog eyes, I'm like, oh, yes, you can have some chicken. Do you know what I mean? I'm guilty for that. I can't help myself. My dog looks too goddamn cute.
No higher power than I.
That's why I make it worse myself. Game, and she has a celestial crossbow with 225 range, and I'm concerned. I wouldn't be concerned. I'd be pretty happy about that Terraform. That sounds dope. This should be pretty okay. I think the Erengrad specifically, the siege is not too bad because there's most places that have very limited amounts of threats available to me, which will allow me to enter pretty easily alongside just leveraging magic and summons. Due to the fact that we already have a couple of the settlements around, there's a little bit of Skaven corruption as well. The chicken is mine. Fair enough, Lantry. You're more disciplined than I am. You're more disciplined than I am. Oh, my mum got a dog recently, you know. I'm not sure if I told you guys, my mum got a dog. Super cute, small dog. When I went over there last... Oh, do I have a picture? I think I might have a picture on my phone, boys. Hold on. I think my girlfriend took away more photos. Yeah, here he is. Here's a little rascal. I really want to be avoiding showing his wiener, though, because my man's is just putting it out on display. You already know. I'm not sure if I can show dog ween on Twitch. Probably not. So let me just be a little careful there. Yeah, there you go. He is such a cutie. I'm sure you can see that. He was sleeping right next to me. So cute. I can't remember the I think he's a Poujon and a Bichon Frige. Come over Mountain Blade. Honestly, skill switch. Good. Thank you for the reminder. I need to set it up. Probably tomorrow. We we need the magic before doing anything, but Throt can descend in and just do stuff. So if you look at the tower here, there's a fort tower, fort tower, fort tower, fort tower. Over this side, fort tower, fort tower. Over this side, fort tower, fort tower. Honestly, probably the easiest way of doing this is probably coming through this direction, because we have a covering line of trees all the way up there. But we'll be doing the Game of Thrones mod, I think. Big as Dickus. No, Cheeky Chappy here. Ladies and gentlemen, Cheeky Chappy here. Sweet Cheeky Chappy. Cheeky Chappy was the one that we last did. It's called Free, the brother of Frey? No. He's called Eddie. And it's funny because when he's in trouble, Mom calls him Edward. I'm like, oh, he's in trouble. Because technically, he's, I think, 7 months old. Freya's like 3.5. But I guess Freya's the niece, I think, in that scenario. Man, some of the shenanigans we got up to. I think I was around for Chappy. Oh, that was a long time ago, in fairness. Chappy was a while ago, in fairness, Lantry. I think that was a long time ago I streamed it. Work with the newest patch? Yes, if you pay on their Patreon, I believe. If you pay on their Patreon, I believe you can. I believe it does, because I was speaking to Lionhat about it. Oh, do you guys... I'm not sure if I'm allowed to. I was going to give you guys a cheeky preview of the voice acting I'm doing and the character I'm doing. It's pretty damn dope. I'm very happy with it, but it literally is killing my voice. It's the only problem. Like, with where I gotta go with my voice to make it sound like a Blood Knight, it hurts. It's the Undeath, Champions of Undeath mod. I'm playing as Raven something or other. I'll have to find it. Water and honey, my dude? Yeah, I need to drink some more water and honey. But I'm so stoked. I'm really looking... I'm probably going to do more characters. Like, to say that I only really speak like a dwarf, since when are you allowed to make money off of mod? I think it's more that they use it to fund the development. They use it to fund development. So I'll probably try and do a Legendary Lord. Or become a real Blood Knight. I mean, I'd have to die and be resurrected for that. Not necessarily vibing with that idea just yet. Hey, dude, Righteous. First time I've been in your stream, but thank you so much for the videos. I really started watching them. Oh, dude, much love to you. Ben Echo, I'm glad you enjoyed the videos, my friend. We're going to be making a lot more good videos in recent times. I've got some really good videos on the menu at the moment. Very excited to get them out. Any what's already done? No, sorry. But yeah, Righteous, much love, buddy. Appreciate you. And the mod in question, the Bannerlord, is not the one I'm voice acting, but the one I'm going to be playing. It's the Game of Thrones. I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, it's a Game of Thrones one. I'm looking forward to playing it. You're awesome. Thank you very much for thanking me. Thank you very much for thanking me that you thanked me. Much love. Oh, I'll go all day here if I have to, Ben Echo. I can't. I'll have to check what it is, because Lionhat was playing it on his channel. Slip some dwarven phrases in. I mean, I have to go quite deep with the voice for it specifically. So it does. I do. If you know me, you know it slips in a little bit. Thank you for thanking me for thanking you for thanking me. Well, thank you for thanking me for thanking you, thanking me, for thanking you. Yeah, 'cause, I mean, the classic is, you know, I love speaking like a dwarf. Dwarves are my favorite faction, so it's like, you know,
do not shame your ancestors, dummy brethren. For the damage crown. No shaming your ancestors, dummy brethren. For the damage crown.
One of my favorite quotes for the dwarves is,
all magic uses are bloody wazzicks. All magic uses are wazzicks.
my favorite. It's just so funny. Everyone said that's the one. He was the commander of Undead Host during the Nemesis Crown Crisis. That's the one, Grackle. And thank you to Grackle as well for helping me out. Am I just a Dwarven Blood Knight? I don't think I'm allowed to give you the note of it. Like, I don't think I can play it, but you'll hear it soon enough. As I should be able to, I should be finishing all the voice lines the next couple of days. As I spoke to the guy that's doing it, and he gave me some good advice. Because I speak too quickly usually. Favorite dwarf line is killing him without a beard.
Kill anything without a beard. Kill anything without a beard.
Depends if you want to sound more like Ungrim, if you want to sound more like Beligar, or Gotrek. They all have their little twinges to it. I think dwarves are the best. I'll fight anyone. Honestly, I think dwarves is the only campaign I can just keep playing. It is the one that I like the most. How does it make you feel that Queek killed Beligar? Makes sense. Beligar's an idiot. In lore, honestly, Beligar's wife is super cool as well. I think Beligar himself is an idiot. I don't like Beligar too much in his lore because he got his entire family killed by being so unbelievably stubborn. I think that's one of his biggest problems, he's extremely stubborn. And Dave, thank you very much for the raid, buddy, I appreciate you. Like, he was being overrun by Skaven, and his wife and kids had the opportunity to run away, but he just didn't let them. He just didn't let them flee. But yeah, his wife is an absolute beast. Very, very powerful fighter. Killed by being stubborn, you don't say. It's more so than other dwarves, but I'm... Okay, let me backtrack. That's a very common dwarf thing to do, but more so. Land alert, a dwarf is stubborn, shocker, God. Yeah, okay, that's my bad. Hey, King Rabel. Thanks for following. Yeah, that's my bad, okay? Dwarves are stubborn, but even... It's the only thing that annoys me about him, because he had the opportunity to flee from the fight and be fine, and fight in more favourable terms, and was too stubborn, very dwarf thing, to make the right decision. Dwarves are terrible military commanders in a lot of scenarios because they get themselves baited. And thank you for the tier 1, bud, I appreciate it, it's very kind of you. Because they just get themselves baited all the time. It's like, Skarsnik specifically has baited many dwarves by throwing dwarven insults at them. Oh my god, dude, thank you for giving 5 as well. Holy moly. That is so unbelievably kind of you. Matey, thanks so much. Hold on. Round of applause, guys. Can we get some salutes in the chat? Can we get some salutes in the chat? 07s for King Rebel. Get some salutes in the chat if you don't mind. Or the 07s. I'm probably going to rename it to be... I'm probably going to need to rename it to... Salute. Oh, that's your Twitch. Right, that makes sense. That makes sense. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. It's very kind. Is there any way... Any of the YouTube folks, does anyone on YouTube know if I can give you, like, subscriber emotes? Like, just emotes that you can have just for subscribing to the channel? Because there's, like, follower alerts. There's, like, follower emotes on Twitch, and I don't know if there's anything similar to YouTube. That's why Chorfs are morally superior. It hates me and pains me to say, but true. Chorfs are a lot better at fighting. So I was live tier 2. Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's annoying, but they are significantly less stubborn, which is annoying to say because I love normal dwarves more than Chorfs. But you know, you can't deny the truth, really. You can't deny the truth. Let's move the Skaven Slaves a little bit more. They're pragmatic, very pragmatic. They are very, very intelligent fighters. Like, they do things... They'll do the needful, as they say. They'll do the needful when they need to. You can set sub sound for YouTubes. I mean, alerts I've done already, but it's more that I wanted to, like, give them emotes on YouTube if I could. They don't know what they had to do to survive. I mean, the writers clearly didn't like the dwarves. I mean, the writers didn't like anybody with the way that they ended Warhammer Fantasy. Let's be realsies now. let's be realsies now. I think everyone got the short end of the deal when it comes to Warhammer Fantasy. Shot.
There'll be no alliance when I'm the High King.
You're not agreeing with heretics? I mean, I love dwarves as much as the last person, but they are so unbelievably stubborn. They are far too stubborn, you know. Dwarves were masters of flight, but couldn't figure out gas mask and killing. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, right? In game right now, we are lacking a lot of really cool dwarf stuff that we could potentially be having. Hey, Zilvian. You know, we could be having... Oh, and Dave, thank you again, by the way. I hope you had a good raid. Good stream. We're forgetting that Thunder Barges is something that we should definitely be having for dwarves. And that will change the way that they can play. We have no cavalry, which is canon. We shouldn't have cavalry. The only dwarven fantasy that have cavalry is Lord of the Rings, dwarves. They use rams. Warhammer Fantasy does not have any type of cavalry. There is nothing nothing that is noted that shows them having cavalry. Which makes sense in a lot of ways. That's not really necessarily what they're good for. But we should also, due to the fact that Chaos Dwarves right now are very strong, we should have things that make the dwarves stand out. And Thunder Barges, Rune Golems, Shard Dragons, we've talked about it before. A lot of variants of Slayers, that we can have significant variants of Slayers. Like, there's Demon Slayers, Dragon Slayers, there's a lot of variants of Slayers that kill very specific things. And they would have bonuses versus those things, because that's what they're trained to kill. Like, specifically Demon Slayers, and then the variants Lords around those Slayers. But the problem there is that Ungrim would be completely devalued. Like, Ungrim would be useless in comparison if you start pulling more Slayers in there. Unless you just wrapped it around him as a faction. And yeah, me too. One thing I really want to see in Shadows of Change, in Dungeons of Decay, they're going to need to give us a replenishment hero. Most factions have a very, very high amount of replenishment, and they are the very few that does not. Like, dwarves have, I think, one of the worst replenishments in the game. Although I understand as to why, because of Lawful, there's very few dwarves. You know, there's not a vast amount of dwarves, and so, typically speaking, in a mountain home, you wouldn't have a lot. So it makes sense that they have very low replenishment rate. It's just, sometimes it's a good idea to separate lore and, like, ensure that you're not following lore too much, because a lot of the times it'll start devaluing a lot of factions. What was the next DLC with factions they'll add? Regarding adding, I'm not sure, but the additives go to Empire, Dwarves, and Nurgle, which coincidentally is my 3 favourite factions. Or definitely in the high top 3s. Post-replenishment battles more important than in between turns. Factions like Empire and Dwarves lack it. I mean, Norska. Norska is the one that lacks it the most. Norska has no way of replenishing without fighting Norskans. I think overall, across the board, it would make sense for most factions to be able to take over, like take certain captives and utilize them as slaves to then allow your troops to replenish better, because obviously they don't have to do as much work, because encampments and in general marching is a extremely, tiring exercise, right? It's a lot of work, so it makes sense. Zero? Yeah, my expectation would be some kind of, what's the word? Ranger hero. Bugman's Ranger hero would be pretty dope. Even High Elves can do it? Yeah. High Elves have been like the poster child for a while, though. High Elves seem... I think High Elves are pretty damn popular. Exodus, Foot Knights for the Empire would be awesome. Footed Reichsguard would be great. Zeppelins and tanks for the Dwarves. I don't care about Granddaddy. I mean, Nurgle specifically could have a pretty vast amount of stuff they could bring in. So my ultimate legendary lord would be a dwarven Karl Franz who worships Nurgle. Maybe not worshipping Nurgle, because then they'd look weird. Because you got to remember, when you start mixing and matching, it'll make them look hella weird. Also, this is going to be a mass route situation. Oh, my mage is here. Why the hell is my mage here? Oh, we can. They use so little of the Dwarf Black Powder Armory. Oh yeah, they really do. I mean, you could also go down further into the Rune Lord stuff. There's a lot more cool Rune Lord things we can do. Oh, biggest thing for me, utilizing Oath Gold to actually provide bonuses to your weapons, just like the way Chaos Dwarves use armaments. That'd be sick. That right there instantly makes everything 10 times better IMO. Because then you have something to use your Oath Gold with. Right now, in every campaign I ever play, Dwarves, I'll end up with thousands of Oath Gold. Because early game, you'll use it to get your runes, and you'll use it to get items, and then after that, you don't use it at all. No Gazonian at the moment. Oh, you're not very well, Civ. I'm sorry to hear that. Remember to use more uses of runes. Do you know what my biggest grudge that Creative Assembly ever did with runes? So, some of you guys may remember, this is my biggest grudge with runes. I remember there was a HP rune of 20% and they nerfed it and got rid of it. I'll never forgive them. Because I used to go, Rune of Spite, Armor, that health rune, and I would never die. Because dwarves naturally have a lot of HP. Like, let's look at baseline Grombrindle. It's insane. Look, 6k HP, 6.6k. Thorgrim, 8.2k. 5.5 and 5.5, then 6k. Imagine slapping 20% on that bad boy on top. My goodness. Thorgrim's basically got 10k HP. Growth is the one weakness. Growth is not as bad as it used to be. The reason I say that is because growth... you got to remember that growth doesn't matter as much as you only have tier 4 buildings that recruit stuff. Tier 4 is the only recruitment anyway, so it doesn't matter as much. Also, I've got to be really careful. I need to pull all the units back and just let Throt do some work. The reason for that is because I'll lose a lot of balance of power with all these units routing. The power creep is real. The power creep is not as bad as it used to be. They nerfed the ambushes a lot. Like, ambushes are not that strong anymore. But it's still better than... it's still vastly better than Streltsies. Right? Streltsies just aren't good. The line of sight issues just really struggle. Until Thunder Barge, that's tier 5 time? Yeah, 100%. I mean, they could have, like, Spirit of Grungi and things like that as I mean, there is other Thunder Barges that have existed in Warhammer Fantasy. If I'm not mistaken, there's two. There was two that have been created in the world. One of them is the Spirit of Grungi, which was made by Malachi McKyson, who would be awesome to have in. And then Wrath of Thunder, which was made by the Dwarven engineer Sven Asselfrapp. But obviously he... You know, you could have multiple Thunder Barges. There definitely could be usage of multiple Thunder Barges. What are thoughts? It's a shame Isabel's no longer recruitable. Like, no longer generally fighting. Nice ammo spends. Because, yeah, Isabel obviously is a legendary hero now for Vlad's army. I think it's quite hard to make her a lord. Because you have either one or the other. How do I get Skaven Corruption down? Everything gives Skaven Corruption. As in, when you're playing as them, the only way you can do it is go towards terrain that has high corruption of something else, because it'll counter your corruption. I think once it gets I think it's once above it's like 51 or something, it gives +5 minus corruption to everything else. How common units are, Dragon and Lore are insanely rare. Oh, very rare. It's the reason why SFO makes it that you can only recruit like one. And Kalador is, typically speaking, where all the dragons are. Which is Imric, obviously. Could raise this bad boy. We'll take it at tier 1 because it's going to be good cash for now. And then we get, obviously, the tier 5 now on Skaven... help it.
All hail Horned Rat.
Yeah, turn 7, tier 5 is not terrible. It's not the best, though, but I definitely could have optimized that by a turn. Potentially tier 5 is possible. I might have to start playing with it. Honestly. I might have to start playing with that. But the good news is now we can obviously get a ton of good stuff here. We don't need the military buildings because we literally aren't going to recruit them. But I am going to be recruiting you. And you. But we need all the ones that give us the plans. Annoyingly, all the buildings give it. Few generator +3 is going to be huge as well. And Jimmy, welcome, bud. Got to make land straight easy to do. You're getting the same army now. Oh. Junk pile and anti only remove other types of corruption. Just certain provinces doomed. Wait, are you playing as Skaven or are you playing as somebody else? But yeah, you're starting province. You're not going to get food from Skaven corruption now. And you're playing as, then yeah, it's very difficult to reduce corruption unless there's other factors, because every building of yours gives Skaven corruption, typically speaking, and they do that on purpose. They did that specifically because otherwise you'd cheese it and get food from it. The only other factors and the other things you can do to stop that is going places that have high level of corruption of other things. For example, over here. Chaos Undivided Corruption here, you can see all other types of corruption -5. So if I took a settlement over here, I'd get a lot of food from it. You'd only need one as well because it's only been it's dependent on a single settlement because of the corruption, the way it works. So if I went and somehow stole one of these settlements from Throg, I could then generate 3 food per turn, which is I guess 2 food because of the settlement itself. Because keep in mind, if you have low amounts of Skaven corruption, you can see here it's 2. I think if it's like 1, it's like 3. But you got to remember that the settlement itself consumes a food as well, right? And then obviously here we can do the exploitative planning. So for a little bit of time, I'm going to get 4 food, well 3 in total. But the corruption will eventually dissipate. Alright. Have I lost the battle yet? Nope, no battle's lost yet. The no losses. Skaven Slave run. Let's get it, boys. When's the next turn? Rank 9. So I'm gonna save this level so then I can go double into here because I don't need to spend it. I have no real need to spend that one. What breed of Skaven is this? What, the Skaven Slaves? Or Throt himself. Throt is extremely mutated. He is an interesting fella, to say the least. Like, to give perspective on Throt himself, he is arguably the most twisted and ingenious master mutators of Clan Moulder. And he basically is insane because he pretty much experiments on a ton of things, and due to the fact that he made several self-development experiments on himself, that's why he's always hungry, because he sped up his metabolism due to the fact that he just corrupted himself so much and mutated himself so much. And I know that brood mothers especially, I'm almost certain he was like one person that influenced heavily brood mothers utilizing warpstone. I'm pretty sure. He's a weird fella. Definitely someone you don't really necessarily want to mess with either, because he'll do a lot of bad stuff. But here's one of my favorite things that you have access to as Clan Moulder, is the healing. It's the best by a long way. 0.8 healing is equivalent to is it? That's like an Earthblood, right? But it's like an Earthblood, that, isn't it? Yeah, 0.8. Yeah. It's basically an Earthblood for all units inside of it. It's huge. It is pretty damn insane. Annoyingly, we'll just go double Warp Lightning, because that's literally all you want to do. I mean, that is pretty solid, actually. Musk of Fear, I don't think you necessarily need the movement on him. The Packmaster, we decided we were going to leave the point. We'll go explore this plan. Resurrects the dead too? Yeah, it's just so correct, right? Yeah, resurrects dead combatant. I think it's just by far the best. I think, is it Ikits that reduces,
Yes.
like, spell resistance or something? But it's like, if they don't have any, it doesn't matter. It doesn't do anything. Slayer-themed DLC for the dwarves? Yeah, you could definitely do it. Is spell resist? Yeah, and if you don't have spell resist, it does nothing, right? If you don't have spell resistance, it's like, congratulations, it's done nothing to them. So it's only really good against fighting dwarves and stuff. Stretch gives anti-large or something? Yes, it does, it does. Which is not too bad, honestly. Especially with certain halberd, like Stormbowmen halberds would use that quite nicely, honestly. Queek is base weapon damage, isn't it? I might be wrong, but I think it's like base weapon damage. That's a really bad army. I don't think I... Can I win if I attack with you as well? So I can't reach. I want to play Skaven, but I always struggle with weak frontline armies. Yeah, it's honestly the biggest weakness of Skaven specifically, is that you have very trash armies. It's one of those things where you'll basically be playing ping pong with your units running all the time. It'll be like, boosh, send them in. It's like, oh, they're routing. It's like, boosh, send them in. That's basically the constant juggling you're going to have to do. So they have no siege attacker, so it's going to take them one turn to siege me. So we'll go ahead and move over here as well. You can chuck yourself in there. Erengrad's garrison is relatively decent. It's just now what I want to do is get Erengrad to a high tier. Annoyingly, I don't believe it. If you colonize it at tier 5, it doesn't give you a tier 5 port, I don't believe. But the more tier 5 settlements I can get, the better. Let's get health. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I literally said I wasn't going to do that. It's fine. I literally said I'm not going to put a point there because what I'll do is I'll put it into the spawns instead, but it doesn't matter. Use summons as your front line? Yeah, typically speaking. Skaven heroes make up for it? Yeah, Skaven heroes are really good. For sure. The fact that you have access into Plague Priests as early as you do, leveling them up a couple times, you've got front line just with that. And they have fantastic damage as well. So they didn't attack, which means Throt can get some good experience here as well. If you could mutate heroes, honestly, that would be terrifying. With the way that certain heroes would be like. Every Skaven unit that dies as a potential rival remove. Ridicule. Yes. True. You always got to get rid of them. But, I mean, fun fact, if you think Skaven are bad when it comes to betraying, Hobgoblins are even worse. Even Skaven have been quoted as saying that they think that Hobgoblins' betrayal, as much as they do, is excessive. They think it is excessive how often they betray each other. And that's saying something. That is saying something. Alright, let's just get into the blob here. Is it rely on slows, surely? Oh, absolutely. One was how many Hobgoblin unit functions then? I mean, they have their plates, their backbone, or their spine has been mutated over time to be like, basically dual plated to stop them from being backstabbed so much. Which is interesting to say at least. But they're warp lightning me! How dare you use my spells against me, Potter? Let's keep this one because confidence above, so most will wreck them. Yeah. Yeah, okay, there's a couple things that give you mortis engines, right? Let me just kill slingers in the back here. We should be able to chuck them in. We got you over there as well. Just keep spawning stuff, honestly. Not really matter. Just due to the fact that I've got numbers. Now, this is what I expect a Vermintide to look like. For me, this is what I would expect a Vermintide to look like. As, you know, typically speaking, it's one of the things that I felt was weird with the Vermintide that
Throt turning rats
to the
into
game.
Dawi HMTGHI.
Hey, Espen, good to see you, handsome. Thank you for the 17 months. I appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, it's one of those things that I find quite odd. Because a Vermintide you'd expect would be a ton of Skaven Slaves, Clan Rats. You know, it would be very rare to have weapon teams and, you know, high-tier stuff. I don't know if people would have liked that more so. As, what would you guys have preferred, right? Would you guys have preferred having just an absolute ungodly amount of Skaven Slaves and Clan Rats fighting you and taking you and sieging you? Like 5 armies to 1 what we currently have now? Or would you have preferred, you know, just the normal conventional what we have? Because I think it'd be interesting to see how it would function in the Skaven Slave. Oh, CPU. That's a valid point. I didn't think about that. I always forget, like, me being a streamer, I've got a very high-end PC. What's everyone's PCs at? What's everyone's PCs like? Let's get some specs in the chat, boys. Get your specs out in the chat. Of your PC. Mid at best. Okay. My computer is a 3070 GPU with a Ryzen 5700K and 64 gigs of RAM. And nice, we're getting surrounded now. Mine's a 3080 paired with nice skill switch, love that. Sounds like a solid PC. 5 warhammers of Skaven Slaves would be traumatic. It honestly would be a little traumatic. It'd be quite easy to beat them though, I guess. It probably would be fun to play against. So I can't envision them being that much of a threat. It's like, oh no, a bunch of Skaven Slaves. But that is one of the scenarios where I think Creative Assembly not following suit with lore made sense. Rest in pieces. How did that do such little damage? How did that do, like, no damage? Yeah, that looked like it did, like, next to no damage. Oh my god, this is a true Vermintide, boys. This right here is a true Vermintide. I love it. It's chaos, and I'm all for it. His warp magic is a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. Plague magic here is going to be better overall. You always near enough need some kind of somebody that is a rune mage early game in Skaven, and you always need somebody that is plague because they complement each other so well. Rune is very cheap, very effective, high tier infantry killing, whereas plague is very cheap, very effective, low tier infantry killing. Until you start getting high tier. Like early on, a level 1 rune mage could kill anything. Any high tier infantry, should I say. Any high tier infantry is pretty much doomed against a rune mage. Which had slightly different unit limit systems. Let's say you could go up to 25 to 30 units per army, but different units take different amounts, like just camp. So you can have 30 good units. Interesting. I guess it's one of those things where I wonder if the decision making around how many units are allowed is a balanced design choice or a you know, a necessity in regards to performance change. As I honestly wouldn't know. But my god, we got some units. RTX 4060. Oof. Haven't GPUs gone down a little bit? I think GPUs have reduced a little bit. Because I remember buying my PC was at the peak of when they were expensive. And Lantry, good to see you, bud. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good sleep. It's been like 20 for 20 years. Yeah, it's just the recipe that they've had. But I guess if honestly, to begin with, it was probably a resource thing. Chase and murder them all. Thankfully, they're blobbing up for me here. Oh my goodness, Jimbo. Holy moly, dude. Thank you so much for the 6 gifties. Guys, do me a favor and get some 07s in chat for this boy. Yeah, maybe I do need to get the salute. Should I call it a salute or an 07? I'm not sure either. Maybe I'll just make a salute as well. But no, dude, thank you so much, Jimbo. I appreciate it, man. The support today has been insane, and I appreciate you, boys. Alright. Is that Amulos bonus? Yes. Good. But yeah, if you've just been given a sub by Jimbo, make sure to say thank you. Scaper, Scottish, Timothy, Funky, Prowler, and Jorah. Welcome to the White Boy family, boys. Good to have you here. Also, Espen, do you consciously always think about using that emote when you come to the stream now? The high one? Because I think it's just every single time I just remember using it. What's this? I said, I ain't done with you yet. Turn your flesh bag around and face me. Oh, he's an ogre. More fun, alright? Oh, Lesbian, thanks for coming up to Twitch and following. Oh shoot, I lost these guys. Oops, I sent these guys into melee and they blew up. Oh, I should have recycled them. Oh, I should have recycled them. But god damn, they got a lot of damage. I honestly forgot that they were unstable. I honestly forgot that they were really unstable. That's a classic Battlesey moment right there. That's a classic Battlesey moment, just completely forgetting. Yeah, did not remember that at all. Ooh, Woundmaker's actually pretty solid. Melee defense is good though. 69, nice. Pestle. We should be able to attack again. Yeah. Their army's pretty full, but most of it's battered, so I'm going to resolve that one. I'm just happy with that. More food, which is good, because we need to recover our food situations. I should be just asking for more food every time. And better growth fat scenario as well. As we can just keep upgrading all of this. And one turn we're going to get a Plague Priest as well. I'm actually dead shocked how good slingers and stuff are. It is mind-blowing how good these slingers have performed. Erengrad's probably going to be the one that goes to tier 5 soon. Do you think they should make a small number of Skaven Slaves instantly recruitable, similar to the Warriors of Chaos? I mean, from a lore perspective, yes, I would scrap it. It's a good question. I think I would envision it because, you know, Skaven Slaves are kind of like the bedrock of Skaven society, in which they are plentiful and they basically do all the crap jobs. So you'd always have Skaven Slaves around. So yeah, I would say so. I would say it would make perfect sense for that to be the case. Climax as well to a certain extent. True, but less so. Maybe for only from your own province. That would make sense too. It would be harder to have more of it as a disposable. More of them disposable, right? Ooh, I think I'm going to have to declare war on this guy and get a non-aggression. Although it would be good to do this, but I think anything to the north I don't want to fight. Anything and everything to the north I don't care about because it's Celtic Wasteland. But there's an argument to be made here. There is an argument to be made here, folks. Does it make any sense that Skaven have any kind of unpleasant climate? Or uninhabitable? We're literally living underground. We are formulating and developing our lands underneath. So you wouldn't expect or wouldn't necessarily think that climate would be a problem. I guess a desert, I could envision it because it'd be harder to make a underground. Understand the Elflands? Well, the Elflands have no underneath, which makes sense. That's why you can't underway. Fun fact. It goes straight to the water. Maybe the Wood Elf Forest are understandable. Wood Elf Forest, I could see that. They'd be attacked and the forest would reject them. It could be a merge angle. Why is our replenishment so garbage? Let's just go into settlement real quick. Still pretty trash, but okay. How many armies are we rocking at the moment? 3. We can get more than that. Let's go another plague. And let's get some slingers on the go. Yeah, I'll do more melee. I'm just the only thing that's annoying is I'm going to need so much mutagens to make a melee line work. To make a melee line specific composition work, it's going to take a while. Oh, of course! You get free mutagens, don't you, when you recruit them from the vat? Lava Mountain, dangerous. What else? Roots also. It's kind of hard to dig. Yeah, I'd agree with those. But the rest of it, like Chaotic Wasteland, I don't think would be a problem for them. It depends on how deep-rooted the chaos, the corruption is. Because even places like Prague that have been attacked and assaulted so many times by the likes of Chaos, the outside walls of Prague and places akin to it have nothing but corruption. Like, generally. Like, in lore, I believe places like Prague, the surrounding walls are just covered in corruption. And that's one of the reasons as to why, if anyone just wanders outside of Prague and wanders just around the area, they'll turn to chaos because of how corrupted everything is. And how many times it's been attacked. If you could pick a Skaven Legendary Lord to be a dad, who'd you pick? Skaven Legendary Lord, who would I pick? Tretch, because he's always retreating. Probably Queek. I think Queek's pretty cool. But he's very young. He's like super young. Get the upgrade? I'm going to get the upgrade so you can get like 5 mutants for slavers. What upgrade? The... No, Ike Claw would be cool. 5 random 5 for slavers? Do you mean the 3? The final evolution? I think if you have only these unlocked, it doesn't let you get anything else. Oh, you are so right. Thank you for the reminder. Yeah, you are. When you're right, you're right. When you are right, you're right. Yeah, I should have done this. Yeah, thank you for the reminder. Thank you for the reminder, you're right. Under Empire and Gillen's Grave improves every result Skaven are. Yeah, absolutely. Skaven will exist wherever they can. We need to try and spam more food out. Is there any way we can get a better army composition? Because I don't think I can beat the Gorich campaign quest here. Unless I had a higher level Warlock Engineer and Chieftain. Excuse me, Plague Priest. We'd have to do this for sure as well. Do they exist in space? Skaven actually aren't in 40k as far as I'm aware. But Tyranids are very close. If you're considering it 40k, the only thing that we know about Skaven doing in space is blowing the moon up. It was one of Ike colleagues did it. He was from Clan Scryer. Does Skaven exist in your heart? That's a question I couldn't answer. Unit will no longer grant recycled. They have no... Wait, so you're saying if I recruit them, I have to recruit them from the vat, right? Yeah. Blowing the moon, how timeless, right? Yeah, hey chat, it's good to see you, bud. Yeah, why not blow up the moon, eh? So I can't even recruit the rats. Troll Country has got a lot of places because there's 4 settlements in it.
Great victory. Good.
Do you know, I'm going to do a full melee army, because I think one of my armies should be melee, one of them should be range. What's my strength rank? Wait, 179? Really? Who's strong around me? Ooh, Catherine's getting strong. Okay, Karen's going to be a right pain in the nuts, I think.
Bad things still make good food.
It's almost like I call it. It's almost like I called it. It's almost like I called it. Round of applause for her. Right on time, Karen, right on time. Right on time, love. Right on time. On the queue, she came in. Could you please move countries so you stream at a better time for me? Thanks. Understandable. Understandable. If you pay for the movable fees and things like that, I'll do it. Erengrad caravans arrived. Yeah, having a Erengrad will help because a lot of people come to Erengrad to trade. Wait, who are you?
Kislev will have its vengeance upon you.
Quack attack __ cheered. X 100. 100 bits should cover moving costs.
100 bits should cover me. So you're saying relocating my family, myself, my partner, and my dog to Australia, 100 biddies will do it. Interesting. Wait, why do these guys have so many things on them? Did I corrupt them like this? Geostation satellite from space. Battlesey can stream whenever, 24/7.
Master Lord, help it.
So they're not from the growth vat, though. For newly recruited, my god, that's insane. That's insane. For any of them. I'm gonna have a ton of melee guys then. Clearly this is one that didn't give me any. I wonder if this is gonna make the slinger variant less effective then. Because like the slingers themselves won't get that many value from it. Oh my god, I almost thought it resolved that. So she made an ambusher, not gonna lie, but it's okay. I'm not bitter about it. I'm not bitter about it, I don't think. You look all the stuff in the tree? Yeah, I need to. It's one of those things where there's only so much I can get at once, annoyingly. As the next lot of VAT, I'll be able to get towards the rest of the stuff. Because I want to unlock only the things that are good, though. Because some of the stuff you can get is honestly pretty trash, not gonna lie to you. Some of the stuff. Not most, but some. Let's have a look here, boys. Okay. Just go with conventional deployments. The only worrying thing is there's a ton of Corsairs, right? But Packmaster can very much abuse that. Corsairs shouldn't shoot Throt, so I'm going to move over here. Also, I think they're going to do the weirdness of deploying together again. Since we're in Skaven territory, we've got a lot of summons because of our Skaven corruption is really high. So let's see. Yeah, they're doing the same thing of wide deploying. Which means I can just take advantage of and deploy on this side now. So Throt will go murder their lord. She's level 1, so let's go chase. Throt will have his mount soon. I don't think it's going to take too long. You're Plague, right? Yeah, you're Plague. That's fine. Honestly, it works out better. Normally using Plague magic against Kislev is terrible. Because of how armored some of their units are, but... Thankfully here it's alright. Why won't they shoot at Throt? He's not a monstrous. He's considered a support specialist, which he's not considered monstrous. If he was a monstrous thing, they would be shot at. They'd shoot at him. Because in the game, I believe it's coded that ranged units on Legendary will only shoot monstrous stuff. And or very large lords. Which is one of the reasons as to why things like Malice Darkblade, Vlad are very, very effective at being one-man Doomstacks, is because they just don't get shot at. And then we'll charge over here, because we've stacked all these guys up. Over here as well. Should be able to move up here, and then I'm going to keep trying to distract the rest of them, because the Rat Ogres will do a lot of damage here. And Throt. Finish your food off, matey. Come on. Finish your food off, bud. Come on. This is not a time to go strolling with your girlfriend. Actually, kind of looks like they're dating a little bit right now. Did you just see him whip her head off? Oh my god. How savage. Oh my dear god. Oh my god. Oh. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Nice timing indeed. I did not expect that. My dates go like that. Honestly, that is what I call a what are they called? What's the bug? The green, and they eat the women eat the head of the men and they eat them after they bang. What are they again? The bugs, the green bugs. Can't remember the name of it. Praying mantis, that's the one. That was very much a praying mantis-esque relationship, it seemed. Very much a praying mantis-esque relationship. Right. Charge in. Let's get in there. A bug? Yeah, bug. Alright, let's move to this side now. Move to this side. Honestly, I'm actually kind of stoked for the for these units. Get the Skaven Slaves in there, boys. I'm impressed with their durability. I think it's one of those where slingers are needed early game, and then once you start getting mutations, you can kind of go melee. But the stat line differentials is usually pretty brutal. But now they're getting, you know, variants of busts like Frenzy and stuff like that, so they're actually kind of doing well. Oh, and Chalk, you'll have to DM me the link. I need to still set up. Guys, one of you DM me or something. No, let me make a note. I need to make a note of allow people that have watched for like 10 hours to link stuff. There you go. Because right now it's only VIPs and mods. As there was I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a massive bot wave going through Twitch not that long ago. And so I was like, screw this. I'm just going to stop people from linking stuff. Because the last thing I want to do is get one of you get like a link going to scam you guys or something like that. I'd be very sad about that. If I was like in the middle of a battle, it'd be tough. I'm going to watch 10 hours just to link Shrek nudes. Okay, well. This is why we can't have nice things, just right there. Ghouls have proved why we can't have nice things. About the bots? Yeah, there's tons of bots, but they're getting smarter. They don't link stuff anymore. Yeah, good. Is that Throt heal full? Here it is. Nice. Pretty close to it. Nah, I honestly, goes, you've probably hit it already. You've probably gotten there already, I would imagine. Oh. Oh, and to the YouTube folks, I have been working on a video for the longest. I generally have never worked so long on a video before. And I'm looking forward to getting it out, but I want to make sure it's right because of the thing because of the type of subject it's covering, / what the video is about. But I'm excited to get it out. Oh, I'm excited about it, that's for sure. Let's go remolded. Some more HP. Dead on sort's not that bothering. I'm not that bothered at the moment. We can't recycle anything, I don't think, but the anti-large and the damage is useful. It's a shame we can't buff up Skaven Slaves for this thing, but it makes sense. Level 14 and then Brood Horror, which would be a big amplification of utility. I have to be very careful with where Catherine can come from. Wow, they got... This dude got instantly tier 3 instability. Am I going to struggle with my... Am I going to not have any of my Skaven Slaves that are going to be usable? So I haven't ever done this one before. The laboratory. We'll see. Do I watch some stuff? I haven't. I don't know. It wasn't one of those things that I set up. We don't necessarily need any magic. But it doesn't hurt. Yeah, let's see. I think it's probably going to be fine, because we'll have just insanely powerful melee frontline because of it. Just I think in sieges it may make it harder, because, yeah, they're going to go to 50% HP. I kind of almost want them to be, like, to the point where they are super unstable. So I'd get more value out of them. What's this? Azazel trade agreement makes sense. We do actually have resources we can trade, so that's nice. Although, there's a potential one trade alone is not going to make it efficient. So what I'll do is I'll show you guys. What actually I'll do is go ahead and show you. Because what you can do, in the Treasury tab, you can see how effective your trading is. Alright, we'll roll the Craven. If we go over to the Treasury tab, trade here, it is at 19%. Which means I can't sell this guy enough of them in one trade. So you got to keep that in mind. Also, I'm an idiot. I should have done ferocious plans earlier. And then go towards numbers and counting. Ooh, warps on armor. Is that the one that's in AoE? Hold on. It is. It's a Mortis engine. Oh my days. Let's get it, son. Right. Throt, congratulations. You've now got a Mortis engine, my friend. You're a healing Mortis engine, pain in the nuts fighter. Also, brass flavor plus 8 melee attack is huge. But we should recruit a Warlock Engineer to get his quest at least. Sharp Claws, none of that is useful. Poison Attack is honestly me. Ambush Success chance increased is very good, so Cunning is the stack. Cunning is, typically speaking, what you want to stack. So, Mr. What is this? Oh, did you clip it? Oh, you legend. Hold on, let's watch it again. Thank you for clipping it. Let's have a little, let's watch the Twitch clip again. I always have it muted. Hold on, let me hide myself as well. Let's remind ourselves. This is not a time to go strolling with your girlfriend. Actually, kind of looks like they're dating a little bit right now. That's funny. Oh, my days. Sorry, single entities take up 6% more damage and no resolve. Can you explain to me why single entities units like my wild ones end up 5%? Yeah, they send them in first. It's because, yeah, I mean, everyone's just been describing it. Basically, the way that it functions is auto-resolve. It'll send things that are really large in first. And since they're very easy to hit, it means that they get a ton of minuses due to that. Also, we need to figure out if they're still moving. No, they're not. Cutting only with a known region? Wait, is that the case now? I swear cutting never used to be like that. Armies in local owned region. Oh, it is. Wow, that sucks. Auto-resolve's also bad for weapon team armies. Actually, no, not at all. No. From my experience with weapon teams armies, in Warhammer 2, obviously it probably has changed a little bit, but I remember in Warhammer 2, every fight that I ever had as a weapon team, it would be like, you've won. And I'd be like, there's no way in hell if I fought this myself, I would win this. And then it was like, yeah, I just win. Ah, sugar. That's so bad. I'm not going to get close enough now. I think I've just lost this guy. Please say you reach. Oh, you don't reach. The only play I have is this.
I serve only the motherland.
That's a good army. Damage, yeah. Honestly, Lizardman, I swear, somebody at CA loves Lizardman. Not gonna lie. Somebody at Creative Assembly loves Lizardman. It was like the balance design changes for like World of Warcraft. Somebody clearly loves mages. Do you know what I mean? It was clear that mages were really well loved. With how much buffs they got. When I used to play. Yeah, not Lizardmen? Or there's just a bunch of Lizardmen people. Oh, I didn't get it. And shoot, they've brought another army. And we're in forced march, that's so bad. She's on a mount. If we were level 14, this would be huge. If Throt was 14, if I was 2 levels higher, I'd chase her down. This is use all my food I can because it's going to be a good amount of food from winning. Oh my days, look at that. It's disgusting. And ambushers. I think it's possible. I think if we can shut down their secondary army, depending on where it spawns. But I need Throt before then. It's a shame that we're forced matched as well, so if we lose, we just lose my main army. Throt can retreat, obviously, but... And they're spawning behind, so it's not possible now. And the magic that I do have is Plague, so it's going to be harder to get off as well, because I'll have to be close. But I'd rather summon stuff instead. I think I'm going to rather summon, honestly. 1 minute for mine. Ooh, my army comes in quicker. Oh, of course, this is my frontline army. It's not the worst thing in the world to be attacked to begin with. But due to all my instabilities, I'm probably just going to have to run at them. Well, you guys can hang back. You guys are unstable AF. This is terrifying, I'm not gonna lie. Let me think about it. So, gonna struggle to kill armor corsairs. That's what the Raggers are for. Corsairs. It's winnable, but I have to play it right. It's easily winnable, but I have to play it really smart. I think the smartest thing for me to do is to cut in the right flank and then just attack on where they're weakest here. Because what I can do is use my Skaven Slingers and just continuously keep skirmishing on the right side here. Basically making it so that I'm not fighting all their army at the same time. And then in the context where I'm not fighting everything at once, I should be able to take advantages due to the numbers that I have over them. The main thing that they have is obviously superior range, but if they're wide deployed like this, they're going to have more range units. It means that when Throt comes in with his hero, we're going to just chat throwing spawns and stuff like that, and just keeping them as close together as possible. Because if we can shut them down, Corsairs kind of suck in melee, I'm not going to lie. Corsairs kind of be doo-doo in melee. And we have 5 spawns. I think its spawn is more effective than a damaging spell, unless it's like a big stonk. Unless it's a stonked stack. But like I said, I think the smartest thing to do is just to try and blob them up as much as possible here. I think we're going to look for a skirmishing now, because they're moving together. This is exactly what we needed. This is what we wanted. It's going to take a long time for me to maneuver across the map here, but let's send these guys in. And then let's... 6 spawns, a 45-second cooldown. It takes a little bit to cast. It's like a 50-second cooldown. 50 seconds, but like 4 minutes. Yeah, realistically, we're going to be fighting for 4 minutes. And plus this will bait damage. This will bait the damaging spells out. Oh, Death Frost is actually kind of savage. Actually a little savage, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, this is the squishy boys. I don't think going wide like this is a play. I think going wide is probably a mistake because I'm going to mass route. The more I think about it, the more I've done a really terrible mistake. I think my first initial army is going to get killed here. Because the wider I go, the less I can leverage the fact that I have my numbers. I think these guys are the sacrifice, and we just deploy on the right side here. I think it's fine, as long as I recover what I'm doing. As long as I now make the right moves from now on, we're probably going to be okay. Because going wide doesn't do anything. The instability guys make sense sending them in. I don't mind that at all. But as long as I'm actually leveraging the fact that I have advantages, I'll have the numbers on them. Yeah, we're still going to be pressured from here, aren't we? I think the summons need to be summoned on this side then. Gold challenge to see how far you can make it before your army melts. Honestly, just try and complete the campaign. Complete the campaign, and yeah, do as much as I can in that period of time. Let me kill their mage, I'm going to have to. I was going to do it lossless, but I think it's going to be torture if I do it lossless. In the context of not losing, it'll be very annoying. Because every battle is a potential loss. Just due to the nature of the army composition that I've got. I got to kill the mage, because otherwise she'll do tons of damage to us. If we get summons over here, like right here. The summons are just distractions. Yeah, the mage dying is going to be huge. It's the Kislev passive that screws over mages, honestly. I've lost so many good mages as Kislev because of the passive. Okay, we're going to get... Obviously, the majority of my army is going to be routing the majority of the time. But it should be okay. I need as many of them together, fighting with one another. You got to get in there, because I think these summons will trade 1 for 1, 100%. I'm pretty confident. I can trade 1 for 1 with these summons. And then we have... oh, I forgot. We've got the Mortis Engine as Throt. Yeah, Throt can kill everything here. Unironically, Throt can kill everything by himself. If I can give him enough time. Let's get summons here and then blob them up. We're just wanting to fight them for a little bit of time. We're just skirmishing, right? Wow, out of all of my army that started off number 2, they've all gone already. And take it easy, Noah. Every battle is a potential loss. Also, the auto-resolve was not worth... The cost that it took to cast those spells was not worth it. Also, what the hell is those guys doing? They're going a bit of a merry-go-round there. So the dog should trade really nicely. Honestly, chuck these guys here for now. Because there's not that many threats right now. Turn around. Is that a ice sheet? I think it's ice sheet, right? Keep it up. Hey, Mercy, thanks for the raid, buddy. I appreciate you. Remolded healing. So he's not one, is he? No, he's not one. The only thing I can heal necessarily is the Rat Ogre Summon, which might not be a terrible idea. Shame I can't heal him. You're not a molder. Yeah, you're not one either. See, I don't think a summon's going to do anything there. I'm going to heal him, just because even though they're a summon, it's going to get some value. And we're going to continuously Mortis Engine over this side. Going to Skaven nuke? I know. Where's Ikit Claw out when you need him, I tell you. Where's Ikit when you need him? Throt is going to be doing work with the Mortis Engine that we've got right now. We have no magic available to us, but I think if we stick to the blob here, we're going to be fine. Let's reposition on the right, on this left flank here. Let's get another summon in when we can in 20 seconds. I think them flanking in and doing all this is fine, given the context that we actually can shut them down. Given the context, we're able to shut them down is what we need. Please don't rout all of you. Please don't rout all of you. I need somebody to keep around here. If honestly, dog summons on Catherine would kill her. I think she has typically low armor, especially if she's not on her bear. But that's a terrible. That's a trash summon, I think. That's a pretty low value summon. Let's get them blobbed up. Let's keep on fighting into here. I don't want my mage in there. Yeah, I was dying for no reason. Let me summon you over here. Are you the poison variant? No. Good. Which means we're going to have to crush you. Last summon right now. Ambushes, I think. They're going to be a problem otherwise. I mean, they're already a problem in fairness, but more so a problem. If I can stick in here, if I can continue this value off, we should be okay. I mean, the dogs are going to do alright. I mean, Throt has just popped off. He's on 3k value at the moment. I think the damage is lower than I expected. Weak versus incombatants, it's not too bad. We are, trickling them down bit by bit here. Yeah, no worries, Mercy. Appreciate you, bud. No, I mean, any raid's appreciated, my man. Please say we can stay in this fight for a little bit longer. I think the only person that'll die if we lose this is the army, the initial army, this guy here. Which is not the worst thing in the world, I don't think. I think Armor Loss bonus potentially could be coming in soon, though. I mean, low-key, Throt is very strong, though. If I can keep people alive, I will try. Like, Throt with his Mortis Engine has the chance to kill everything here. Like, honestly, I actually genuinely think he could probably kill everything here. Getting him unbreakable, I need to get Gotrek or something. I was really worried that we're going to be rerouting. I'm going to try and run away with you. We've got Master Controller. Yeah, Army Loss bonus is minus 95 or 99 leadership, so that's going to be brutal. Hey, Double Good, stay handsome. I think he actually has the capability of winning this, as long as the rest of my army wipes now. You got to go hide. Right. Hopefully it holds the line, because if Throt holds the line, I can win this fight, actually. Because the AI will naturally come and stack towards me, and Katarine sucks in melee, and they have no magic left. Crap, they've got Death Thrust, that's not good. Okay, I thought they didn't have magic left. It's not an overcast, so that's fine. I can out-heal it, but I just need to make sure that we're doing it. I'm going to keep an eye on the Vermis Vala, because it'll give me more leadership. I'm going to keep an eye on it. Is the general not dead yet? Boris, it is a miracle you're alive, bud. Let me do this. Keep the leadership up. And it should allow me to just duel him. One more hit and he should be left. Because he is the only reason I'm not healing right now. Boris, you are an absolute Giga Chad. The fact that he gets me off there. Dude, the fact that he's able to hit me consistently. That, honestly, the RNG between the duel there lost me that. Unbelievable. I wouldn't have triggered Army Loss bonus unless he did that. He hit me 4 times in a row. And statistically, that was only like a 20%. And he's got to do it like 4 or 5 times in a row. Like, come on. But yeah, a lot of the units just did so much value because just killing Skaven units. That should mean that Throt should retreat. Main army's died. Their wizard has died. They have 100 reserves. It means that Throt is going to be toast if they just cast on him. A lot of things are low HP. It's just if we had more time to cook, we'd have been fine with Throt. If he was unbreakable, he wins that, actually. Because Katerin's melee stats are fresh. She's going to attack me again, I think. Yeah. This is not bueno. Yeah, because her melee stats are pretty trash. Like, Throt's melee stats are so good. And Sylvan, good night. Like, 53, 61, and the Master Controller gives another 5 melee defense. Right, thankfully we still have the warps and armor, so it's still possible. It's just I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can sustain her damage if she death thrusts me. Like, she can do 10 death thrusts, and statistically, each of them does like 1,000-ish. I guess the only way of doing this... Oh my god, I only have 1 food left. That's right. And Dave, good night, buddy. I'm thinking of throwing Throt next. What secret have you learned, Mercy? I mean, there's not many secrets to have. If you specifically want to play loads of Skaven Slaves, lad, I can hook you up. If you're doing a Skaven Slave only army, I've got some tech right now. We got some pretty decent tech, but apart from that, it's going to be pretty tough. I mean, the good news is obviously we got a tier 5 settlement. We got that turn 7, so. So if we lose this, we lose our main army because we've retreated the previous fight. The line and the units that they have left are obviously diminished pretty significantly. Infantry only, I do like some religions. Yeah, Sword Vermins are awesome. But then again, you'd probably just want to use that on... If you could do Queek and Confederate Tretch, or vice versa, it's pretty solid. Okay, they're just straight running at me. Right, what I'm going to have to do is hide you guys for a second. As if she does one overcasted variant of that, I think Death Frost will just kill him. We'll kill Throt outright. I'm not sure what that Reddit is, but this is, yeah, Skaven Slave only army. Why is Katerin so far away? What's the spell? What is, oh, what is it? What's, Winds of Magic, it's ice, right? So Death Frost, overcasted variant is 300 meters. I thought it increased the range. So she has 300 meters, which means approximately about here she'll be able to cast at me. Oh, she's just Death Frosted to these guys. She's upgraded it. Let me pull back a little bit. They're just going to keep shooting us, so if we keep pulling back and baiting our spells... Wait, that means... What's the cooldown on that? Hold on, let me just check. What's the cooldown on that? 30, it's a 20-second duration, 38 cooldown. That might be a time... If we were mounted, if Throt was mounted, this would be so free, actually. Let me look what's shooting me. Yeah, someone here. We're fleeing already, love to see that. Yeah, you shouldn't be in melee. What I'll do is I'll get the poisoned rats on the left flank. I don't think... No, they're armored. Let's get the armor-piercing rats over here. Get you all in there. Hey, Timothy, good to see you, bud. Pull back here. I'm just letting them get shot at, but I have to. Because she needs to cast on them like this. I need the units available to her, otherwise she'll cast on me. So if I can isolate them to the left flank here, and Throt can avoid being hit. This gives... Does it give anything else? It gives melee attack as well. Let's throw that on there. So with that melee attack amplifications, my god, they'll slap. So, I mean, I'm not too worried about my units themselves. We still have the Rat Ogre summons. Yeah, with the Rat Ogre summon, that's going to be a lot of leadership. Or a balance of power, so we can leverage that. I don't want to be close enough. To be Spirit Leeched again. Or the variant of Spirit Leech. She is moving towards me now, which is probably going to be meaning we're going to have to tank in it. I think this is probably secondary, so we're going to take a lot of damage here. Maybe on the spears here? Oh, Armored Corsair charge if we can. Get a charge to the Armored Corsairs. I mean, I'm very proud of the fact that she hasn't casted too much into us yet. Get these summoned here, run into the middle Corsairs. Get you back in there, because one cast on you, you're just dead. We can tank an awful lot, so we'll leverage that. If we took a summon here, we can reduce the damage we take on our slingers pretty significantly. Pull over here. If I can get this cast off on her, that's huge. If she lets me get my Rat Ogres on top of her, she's just dead. Mass-wise, she can't run that, surely. And that's Verminous Valor. Use the speed and go kill her. I think this is the only play that I have. And then let's get you guys summoned. And then you can deal with the Armored Corsairs in this flank. She should be taking a ton of damage here. Because I need to make sure there's no units coming towards me. It's the only thing that matters right now. Come on, guys, come on. Keep up the work, keep up the good work. She's mounted, so Throt... No, she escaped! Come back, you bugger. Doggo's in there. Good. Just trap her again. What the hell is that? Mod check on that one, mod check. Where's she aiming? Alright, with the units left, I'm actually getting... Oh, she's killing her own units. Nice, Pog. Please kill Catherine, it's so important that we do, otherwise we've lost. Okay, let's buff up the Rat Ogres just for a while. Ah, they triggered straight into the thingy, into the next slot of, what do we call it? The phase 3 of corruption. Or excuse me, phase 3 of, disintegrating. Right, where is she? She's going to come back 100%, isn't she? And she's going to cast a million miles away. If she comes back, she'll just keep casting a million miles away. And there's nothing I can do to stop that. If I was level 14, I could kill her. Because I'd have a mount myself. She's minus 10, so she actually might retreat. I need this guy to just hide. Oh, we have one more summon. Yeah. In what universe does she run back into... I was going to say. Good job she did, because she ran into routed units. Which kept her leadership low. These are poisons, so the poisons aren't that useful against the units that are currently around. Okay, they've routed without being attacked, looks like. In what universe do you run back into the battlefield while running, Catherine? It's almost like, oh my god, she's routed, she's shattered. Holy crap, she's shattered. Throt, please, for the love of God, you have to win this. For the boys, Throt, for the boys. For the boys here, Throt. Come on, lad. I think the poison summon's not going to do anything just yet. I should be out healing the damage they're doing. If I feel like it's getting too much, I need to Vermis. But I actively want them near me. Wait, maybe casting this is gonna... We're still gonna do damage into AoE, right? Yeah, we're still Mortis Engine. I should be casting this on repeat. Literally, on repeat, cast this. The second that I see anything happening, boom, cast it. Because it's gonna knock them away from me, and I'll still be doing my AoE damage on them. Alright, poison time. Poison rat time to run in and just charge. It's gonna be... We're gonna tank a couple shots from the pistols, but that's okay. Because it's gonna allow me to try and cycle into anything running away. And then push them back into the Mortis Engine effects. Good. We've shattered a few of them. And they'll tank a little bit of damage away from Throt so we can heal even further. Because the more I'm healing, the more balance of power that's recovering back on my side. The only thing scary is the Ice Guards. Maybe saving the summon for that would have been a good idea. And it's a shame that I don't have another Remolded. If I had another Remolded there, they'd have been fine, probably. Another 8 leadership. And it also depends on who hits Throt at once. Because right now he's actually not taking any damage. Ah, I jinxed him. Well, he wasn't taking much damage, should I say. We're close to the secondary instability, but it's 30 seconds of... They will lose entities, but it's not going to be too bad. Because on the charge, they'll get a ton of leadership. And they'll do a good amount of damage. Because I think that was recently fixed, the way the dogs behave. This guy, I don't think can come in melee. I think him just fighting is he'll be a detriment to the balance of power, honestly, if I'm going to be completely transparent. I don't think his ability in melee is going to outshine the value and the balance of power he holds right now. Because his health is worth more currently than him fighting. Do I have a letterbox account? I don't. What, as in a post thingy? Should set one up, probably. Nice. Okay, good. Now I think we want to do this, because I want to avoid the Ice Glaives doing a lot of damage. Yep. We'll still Mortis Engine them, and we'll still be doing damage. But I need to ensure that I go back into melee before they actually cast on me again. Now is the question, since they're all stacked, do I run away? Run towards them, because it'll manipulate the AI's behavior to try shoot this guy over here, which means that they'll be less likely to hit Throt here. So if I come over here, I know around this area, it's more efficient to come here. And they're likely to then react to that. Yeah, it looks like they're stuck in combat here. Yeah, there you go. Because what it does is it manipulates the AI into not attacking Throt at that point. And look, I'm doing it again. So as long as I'm stopping them from shooting or attacking Throt in melee, because them buffering to shoot this guy on this side is basically stopping them from doing melee damage. Because when they do that animation right there, they stop everything that they're doing and get their bow out instead. Because right now they'll have their axes out. So as long as I keep doing that and distracting them, then that is how we can gain a good advantage here. Venomous Valor in 7 seconds. Please, we need to win this. Oh, we've done it, boys. Yeah, damn! That was a tough fight, holy crap. I've got to chase them down. Everything here needs to be chased. Let me do this as well to stop them running. Let's kill the Ice Glaives. I think the Ice Guards are going to be the most important thing to kill. I can't believe I won this fight. Jesus. This is impressive to watch. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. What's Throt's done? 3.7k. What a beast. If I wasn't playing on the hardest difficulty, that would have been a lot easier. It's just the amplifications they get in melee and just in general the advantages they have makes it a lot harder. Nice. Good one. Good job. Thanks, boys. Also, I forgot to do this. I was in the middle of a battle. Thank you again for the raid, Mercy. Appreciate it, bud. Mate, savagery, that. Absolute savagery. I'm very happy with that fight, though, at least. I think it's one of those where, as long as I keep remembering to get the most out of my stuff. Food shortage didn't help. No, the food shortage made it so much harder, man. If I had additional food for that fight, the summons would have gone so hard. See what you can do with Got Chicken Felix? Oh, yeah, I can solo armies with Got Chicken Felix. Let's go food again. Annoyingly, you're not going to replenish, but that's her retreated. But she's gotten back into her terrain, annoyingly. Did you go for the first tier 5? What did you cap in? Just whatever's closest to you. It's... What? Because I had... I allied with Throt. Throg. I had -10 leadership for starving. Yep. I had a lot of disadvantages there. The fact that we won that was an absolute miracle. What was it? Yeah, we had starving, so... Yeah, leadership, all armies, -10. So, I am using Skaven Slaves, right? Remember that. I'm using Skaven Slaves that have 26 leadership. 26 leadership. That is a single cast, they're running away. And we still won that fight. Thankfully, we got a good RNG there. And we're not level 14 yet, annoyingly. But what I can probably do is go into this Specimen Collector to get some more healing. Because Perfect Vigor is not needed just yet. And the damage is not needed just yet either. 26 for 4, it kicks in even more. Wait, so is it 16, their leadership? And the way that you can do it, Mercy, it's pretty much guaranteed you're going to do it turn 7. I had to use a lot of food to survive because I only had Skaven Slaves to begin with. I only had like 3 units at the start. So yeah, it's just simply help it into the fort here. And then this one... whichever you can attack straight away. It's this one you can attack straight away. And then that's that, like that one. I went... You're joking me, Wolfric.
Desire.
Why is Throg not fighting you? Oh, I need to try and do something to get him that. Ooh, I could give him a settlement. Fort something or other. I can give him this. Hold on. We need to figure out some tech here. So no, I don't have a military building, so it's not going to be very good. Annoyingly, I was going to try and do this lossless, but we've already lost, I suppose, so it's not too bad. Because I did what all the leadership cheese, girls ones. So yeah, we had armies, units with 16 leadership. What difficulties are it? This is legendary, very hard. I'm playing on the hardest difficulty. But I can't save because I'm playing legendary and a very hard battle difficulty. You need, every settlement you see here, Mercy is needed pretty much, apart from one. You need, how many is it? You start off, because you need 120 foods. So I think it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, since you disband Help It, you need an additional one, so you need, in total, 5 settlements. Because you got to remember that when you abandon Help It to recolonize it, if you only have 115, you're screwed. You got to be really careful. I have done that to myself before, and it was no bueno. Carrot on a stick stuff I can't really use, because none of my units are going to be like that. Although, does this apply? Does the leadership apply to summoned unit? Probably not, right? Do plans tech give more food capacity as well? I don't believe you have early access to them, but I believe in regards to the food, they give capacity, yes. But you got to keep in mind that I think statistically, the fastest you can obtain one of those is like turn 30 or 40 or something. I think oppressive plans might be the fastest, but then you've got to do, you got to get a tier 4 building, and by that point you'd have needed quite a lot. Because Erengrad's a bit exposed. I mean, it's more that I just needed to tier 5. I needed the money from tier 5. Because in the Skaven Slave scenario that I was in, I'm using crap units, so I need as much money as possible to have many armies as possible, because that's where my balance of power comes from, is just having a ton of armies. But you won't have enough food for Erengrad for a long time, because you gotta remember it's 120 food. And as far as I'm aware, colonizing Erengrad above tier 1 doesn't give you the docks. I think you gotta upgrade them individually still. I might be wrong there, but I don't remember ever upgrading the landmark alongside it because it's a landmark. I mean, getting Erengrad is my next target for high tier. I'm going to get Erengrad to tier 5 eventually. It's just going to take me a while. But yeah, help it turn 6. You could probably do it turn 5. You could probably do it. I just didn't do it optimally. Because, like I said, I had to use a lot of food, unfortunately. I don't think I need any higher tier of garrisoned buildings. I mean, as long as I'm upgrading this, that's all I care about. Nice. Okay. I'm very happy with that. We'll get that in 5 turns. And yeah, what you want to do as well with Help It, at the very beginning, explorative planning into dominating scheme to get them more food. And then with that in mind, you can just go around taking everything you need and doing the fights normally. Why is Help It better than Erengrad? Because the main building gives extra cash. Just the location and this bad boy. Just the additional 5 food is just so good. Plus the growth juice as well. I mean, the additional money, the growth juice is honestly one of the most important things for me. But Erengrad in itself, like, if you look at a tier 5, it's like 800 money, right? Yes, with the amplifications of getting Warp Stone Reactor is pretty insane, but the amount of money you need to get it rolling is so insane. Like, you'll need probably about 40, 50k minimum to make it to the point where it's actually usable. But I'm certain, I'm going to have to test it more, but I'm certain Erengrad, you don't get it, if you do tier 5, I mean, can someone correct me if I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty sure when you take ports, it doesn't go, the actual port in itself doesn't tier up with your main tier. Because I'm almost certain that if you were to make Erengrad tier 5, you wouldn't get a tier 5 port. But they might have changed it. They've done a lot of weird things recently. They've done a lot of weirdy things regarding the behavior of ports. Because since they changed the way that the money works, they altered how it functions when you occupy them. Haven't seen ports level up with the Skaven? Yeah, I thought so, Chess. Thank you, buddy. So you're in a scenario where you've taken a settlement that's Erengrad, and then now you've got to spend 7.8k and then 13k to upgrade them. It's just not worth it. Everything could survive, but Help It first. Gives you more money and juice faster. Even if it's a bit slow to get both. I mean, out of the two, you'd always do Help It anyway. Because Erengrad is just not worth it. It'll take too long to be useful. Because you have to spend so much money upgrading the port. Like, the amount of money consumed on Erengrad, like I said, is like 50k. And then you'll get the building set up. Because if you do it correctly, you'll have enough money to make everything and Help It at the right time. And then due to the fact that you're going to be attacked by Katerin about turn 8, between turn 9 and 10, well, between turn 9 and 15, you'll want a settlement that recruits high-tier units. Because I think Erengrad is not needed to take, but it's easy to take as long as you have a lord that's a Rune Lord around with you. It's like Rune Lords are insane for killing Kislev units. Like, Rune Lords specifically have... yeah, Rune Mages are insane. It is brutal to deal with. They are what they call absolutely insane. Alright. Sorry for the questions. Oh, Mercy, you never need to apologize for questions. You know that, bud. Appreciate you hanging out. It's nice to speak to you. Let us send you guys to the wonderful Archaeological. But on the YouTube side, Science chat with Mercy. Yeah, it's always good to speak with the Science himself. But guys, I'm gonna dip. I gotta go. It's been a pleasure as always. We'll continue this on. Seemingly you guys have enjoyed it, so I'll happily continue on the campaign. I think it's not going to be too bad in regards to the victory condition, because we just need to kill Catherine in 30 settlements. So I think it's easily achievable in a couple more streams, like one more big stream potentially. But God, I'm going to have to figure out the way to do the old interaction thing again. I think I need to go to live. But yeah, all the YouTube folks, appreciate everyone liking it. Appreciate all the subs and the support on the YouTube side. You guys are amazing. And on the Twitch side, you guys are best as always. So I'm going to send the raid off on the Twitch side. So appreciate you dudes. Take care and say hello to Ideological. He's a great guy. Make sure to follow him. Thank you for all the gifted subs. Thank you for all the raids. Thank you for all the bits and the follows. You guys are amazing. Take care of yourself. Have a good night. And to the YouTube folks, appreciate you all as well. You guys are amazing. What I'll try and do is, I actually don't know. Is it really bad that I generally don't know how to find people that are streaming Total War on YouTube? Like, how do I know if someone's streaming on YouTube? Yeah, I legitimately don't know how to find if someone's streaming on YouTube or not. Like, how does one do that? How does one find out if someone's streaming on YouTube? How does one do that? I will figure out another time. But yeah, guys, on the YouTube side, much love to you guys. You're all the best. Thanks for the likes as well. 17 likes is, I think, one of the highest likes we've had on a stream. So you guys are amazing. Glad you enjoyed it. And goodbye for now.